4, 3, 2, 1. Good morning sa mga natanggalan na police escort at barel. My name is Patrick Gonzalez. Okay, welcome to Anything Under 3 Stars and the Sun, brought to you by
PinoyMattersTV. Good morning din sa mga masyadong sensitive na general dyan na nakantsawa ng konti, nasabihan na hindi maganda, nagsumbong sa mga klase.
Hindi narinig nila, live yun, pare.
Oo, pero
Live yun.
agad-agad ba silang
Everybody
magkakampihan towards one person kung hindi siya...
Let's put it this way. Remember, ang mga yung magbabrad yan eh.
Totoo.
It's like a fraternity.
Mga mista yan.
Oo. Na kahit nasa, kunyari tayo, senior officers tayo, retired or whatever, hindi pa natin naririnig. Wala tayong pakialam.
Totoo.
Biglang, Brad, mista, narinig mo ba yun? Diba? So, ano yun? O, diba? O, napakinggan mo.
Sensitive pa rin, maramdamin.
Diba?
Yeah. Ano to, cyberbullying na naman all over again?
Okay, we'll dig deeper into that later sa mga topics natin yan. Okay? Greetings to all of you at pasensya na medyo natagalan yung ating mga offerings or mga podcast dahil we still have to do our adulting.
Same thing, life happens, we have
Right.
things to do, just same as you are. This is, kasi, libangan, hindi naman to. It's not a living. Siguro, if we garner enough support that this gives us income, di ba? Why not? We can do this full time. Kuha ka na staff, ano? Pwede. Para yung technical difficulties na lagi natin na-experience, di na mangyari.
Sana lang may kwento lang namin sa inyo yung aming ginagawa ngayon para lang maiwasan yung mga very sophisticated.
Visualize, ha?
High-tech.
No,
High-tech ito.
originally, nag-start tayo with a phone, tapos table lamp. As lighting, kaya may nakikita kayong pangit ng lighting namin. It will improve, hopefully. So, meron kaming past few episodes na napuputol yung recording ng hindi namin alam. Daldal kami ng daldal. Fortunately,
May dalawa lang kasi.
mga 5 to 10 minutes lang inawawala, 20 maximum. Meron pa rin nabubuo. Ngayon, para maiwasan namin, kailangan nakikita yung kabilang side ng cellphone. Visualize. Tripod, cellphone, sa likod, merong
May salamin.
salamin para lang nakikita ko yung recording status.
Gano'n kami ka-high-tech.
Bagong-bago.
Oo. Kaya kung meron gusto mag-donate ng mga old gadgets nyo dyan, na hindi nyo naman ginagamit, maraming salamat.
lang dyan, lamat. Welcome. Bigay nyo.
Magdagdagan nyo na rin ng memory, ha?
Oo.
Okay. Alright.
So, topics.
Our topic for today is episode 7. Rape jokes and the anti-bastos law. Safe streets, public spaces, and workplace act by Risa
Ontiveros.
Ontiveros. Yung paborito.
Ating number 1 SJW sa Senado.
Tulfo versus Bautista.
This is an ongoing topic for the past month or so.
May mga latest na siya. We'll update you on that. For ating back to school, although medyo tumakbo na.
Yan ang pagkaka 1 week na sa school.
Cellphone for kids at school.
Right. Cellphones. Do
Is it
kids?
necessary? Dapat ba?
Right.
Dapat ba?
Or if yes, at what age do they start using cellphones?
That's a good one. And should, siguro, dagdagan na natin, should schools, is it right for schools to regulate these things? Diba?
Right, kasi may
ibang point yung parents giving anything to their kids,
Right.
gadgets, whatever, iPads, whatever. Pero ibang usapan niya from school to kids. Diba?
Kasi there are disciplinary things that parents do at home.
Right.
Pero meron din kasing policies ang school to discipline, instill discipline in the same manner sa mga estudyante.
Right.
And these are both both in good faith.
Right.
They are aiming for better children.
Tapos yung patulan natin ngayon, bagong-bago.
Bagong-bago.
Yung SM Cinema.
SM Cinemas. Nagdadala ng pagkain, bawal, puro ano yung pangalan ng kanila? Snack time.
Snack time.
Gusto nila dati puro snack time, pero we will discuss that.
Okay. So, on to our first topic, rape jokes and the anti-bastos law.
Right. So the
Okay?
anti-bastos law was sponsored by
Brought to you by the number one.
number one,
SJW.
SJW ng Senado. Sa di nakakaalam, SJW Social Justice Warriors, ito yung mga ipinaglalaban minsan matatawa ka na lang. Although some of them may have valid arguments, pero still, di ba?
Ito lang yan. Sabi nga ni paring Ben,
No, parang Ben Shapiro.
facts don't care about your feelings.
Right. Kung ang reason mo para gumawa ng batas is dahil na-offend ka,
Ang lupit ng mamangin facts.
Oo.
Doon pa lang
Alam,
paano
mahal
ka
mo.
lalaban doon.
ano naman yun? Parehas kayong paniniwala sa buhay.
Correct. Anyway, also, endorse na rin namin yung mga taong yun, like Ben Shapiro, Louder with Crowder,
Oo, si
si,
Crowder, si
ako, Gavin McGuinness.
Gavin McInnes is also okay. Ano siya?
Okay din siya.
Mas bulgar siya.
Mas bulgar.
Oo, mas bulgar siya. Si gusto mo naman
Gusto
intellectual.
mo pointed.
Intellectual si Jordan Peterson.
Yes.
One of my favorites.
Also Jordan Lee Peterson.
So he's a clinical psychologist, practicing clinical psychologist before naging tagapagtanggol ng regulating speech.
With that being said, alam niyo na we're both not white supremacists, obviously.
Oh.
We are
Wala naman siguro Asian supremacists.
we are conservatives and I'm leaning toward moderate, huwag masyadong conservative, huwag masyadong leftist.
Right.
Ganun
I
lang.
don't think there are extreme right and extreme left na nagsasabi na ganun sila. There are those talaga, I think we all fall under the category of left, right, and somewhere in the middle.
Dito sa Pilipinas.
Everyone, I mean, masyadong konti yung, everybody's accusing someone of it being extremist. Pero I don't think they are. They're just finding ways to call someone out.
Oh, well, that's a good topic for another day. Medyo malalim yun eh. But anyway, okay, on to our first topic.
Medyo mahaba to.
Oo eh.
Medyo
Kasi,
complicated eh.
ang tawag dito, ito violation, yung first category is, the following are specific acts listed under gender-based streets and public spaces, sexual harassment that may be punishable from community service of 12 hours up to arrest to minor or 10 to 30 days imprisonment for the third offense. By the way, nakuha natin to sa Philippine Star.
Philippine Star website.
Philippine
This
Star.
was posted May 31, 2019. Pero before we move on to that, I just want to cover yung rape jokes. Siguro let's breeze through that really quick. Do you think rape jokes? Katamaan siya pero rape jokes in general. Do you think rape jokes are acceptable?
Ganda. Okay. Alam mo to, bro. Nakapunta ka sa isa sa mga shows namin.
Oh, and I actually wanted to be on there.
Right.
I talked to Eri.
Raymond.
He was there.
Raymond, yeah.
He was the headliner
Raymond,
yung time na yun. We had conversation. He gave me tips on how to present.
Yeah.
He gave good tips. Kaso nga lang, I never got around to it.
Shout out to Eric Nina.
Shout out to him. I think he left yung Comedy Manila.
Comedy nila to pursue other
Yes, he's a
He's
great guy.
hosting yung mga
Kyle
online
Seven?
gamings ngayon, RPGs.
Okay.
Ang galing. Anyway, as a stand-up comedian, amateur. Nakita niyo yung show.
Aspiring.
Nakita niyo yung show. Aspiring. I'm not very good at it. I'm average low. Okay, yun na lang. Pagbigyan niyo na ako. But anyway, ang philosophy ko dyan, being a stand-up comedian, is no topic is sacred.
Right. I believe
If
that's
done with the right context, anything could be made fun of.
right. So, kasi ano yan eh. Speaking of context, it's more of what is your intent in doing that, di ba? I mean, did you intend to offend people or did you just really want to be funny? Do you just want to make people laugh?
Of course, meron mga offensive jokes. Talagang meron offensive jokes, ha?
The thing is,
Make no mistake about it. again, depende yan on how yung context sa delivery.
So here's another thing that I live by, and I've told many people about this. Offense is taken; it's not given.
Okay.
You take offense. Nobody can give offense, right? I can call somebody names, and they can ignore it, or they can take offense on what I said.
Or pwede rin matawa.
Right? Pwede rin matawa. Ngayon, again, offense is taken, not given. Keep that in mind. If you get offended, you decided to be offended. Okay? Nobody decides to be offended. Nobody decides it but you.
Ito naman, if it's a joke,
Mhm.
yun ang context ng
And you
sasabi
know
mo.
that it's a joke. It
Oo,
was delivered
and
as a joke.
kunyari, kung you attended a stand-up
Right, a
comedy
show.
show, alam mo joke. Nobody's serious.
You went there to watch a person
Give jokes.
giving jokes.
So, ba't pa siseryosohin? Ba't ka ma-offend? Okay, in the same context, if you watch a skit or a sketch on TV that's offensive to you, turn off the channel,
Right. Switch channels.
you know.
Turn off the TV. Go to
Huwag
YouTube.
tayo maging masyadong balat sibuyas.
There are people that gets offended when somebody talks about their religion. Imagine that.
Or ethnicity.
Ethnicity. Di ba? There are people that gets offended just by you being there without you doing anything. And I agree, no topics should be untouchable.
Right.
It's all a matter of whether or not you have the right sense of humor.
Right. Well, kasi subjective yun eh.
Mm.
What may be funny to you may not be funny to
Right.
me. Diba?
If you
Or you guys, baka may nakakatawa. Halimbawa, hands down si Vice Ganda for me is never funny. Never funny.
Never funny for me as well.
Sorry.
Nothing against him/her. Nothing against him. It's just that his brand of comedy does not appeal to me. Diba? I mean, he's funny to other people and good for them. Diba? They're happy watching him, seeing him make fun of other people. Although I don't get offended. Remember yung kay Jessica Soho na joke niya before?
Oh.
Na ano parang sabi niya, ma-rape?
Oh,
It
no,
was a
no,
rape
it's
joke.
It was a rape joke.
Right? Diba? People got offended. I did not get offended. I don't think it was funny.
He said it in a show, in a comedy show yata, it was a joke.
Right, it was a joke. I mean, it's not. I don't find it funny, but I don't
Tapos,
think
here
it's.
comes the supporters of Jessica Soho. She's an award-winning blah, 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 blah. It wasn't meant.
Nobody's taking that away from her.
Oh.
She's still an award-winning reporter.
Right.
And bilib ako kay Jessica Soho. I've been following her cover field reporting.
Right.
Noong pa
The
na.
most dangerous
Right.
places.
Napupunta sa delikado yung buhay niya. Just to cover, just for us to know what's happening.
Right.
Pero, I mean, it's a joke. Either you find it funny or you don't. If you don't find it funny, you move on to the next.
Yeah. Hindi dapat lahat pinapatulan.
Right. That's our stand on rape jokes.
Walang sayang ng oras.
If somebody wants to make a rape joke, di ba there's this, I don't watch Big Brother, pero there's this one article I saw na tinanggal siya
Oh, just because of a rape joke.
of consistent rape jokes.
Consistent rape jokes.
I think it was
Hindi ko nabasa yung incident, pero
I think it was parang multiple.
hindi.
Instances.
Ang huling alam ko dyan, it was, he makes jokes about rape, and it was ill-intended.
Not intended to rape someone, pero it's I think it's to make a point na I like this person, parang I would do her in a heartbeat.
Oh,
Parang ganun. I mean, ngayon, if, again, I do not follow the show, if he was warned and he still continued to do it, that's a different story. Pero if he was doing it without anybody telling him na stop doing it because the show, it's still a show and we all know it's partly scripted.
ito naman, when I say context and where you said it. So, di ba, Pinoy Big Brother is not a comedy show. Kung nagpapatawa siya just to
Right,
lighten
right.
the mood. Okay?
Pero kasi, I mean, these shows are, let's not kid ourselves na these are spontaneous. I mean, these people were selected because they know they had potential on being actors, celebrities. Naghahanap lang sila kung sino yung makiklik and then yun yung ipopromote nila.
Right.
So, if he was warned,
Lock na lang.
di ba, if he was warned off camera na, okay, you need to stop doing these jokes.
Tinuloy niya.
Right, this does not appeal to our show, and we don't want receiving backlash from this
Right.
just because of you.
Right.
Eh, tinuloy niya. And that's a different, parang empleyado ka lang na sinabihan na, oh, you're offending this person and they think that these are dirty jokes, these are company policies, and you still do it after warning.
Isa pang notorious ngayon, tatay mo.
And he's been like that ever since. I mean, he's just making it easy for those against him.
It's context eh. He didn't advocate rape.
Oh, he's not saying, let's all
I
go
don't
out
think
and
so.
start raping people.
It was ganito lang. Let's just say, it's unpresidential, it's unstatement. Yun yung context yun eh.
Oo, kasi
Halimbawa, di ba,
Meron tayong image.
may topic tayo before na ganun sila magbiruan, yung mga self-deprecating
Right,
jokes.
right.
And that's fine in any audience eh.
Oo.
Ngayon, when you joke about as a president raping, hindi na statesman-like eh.
Yun nga, so we are given kasi this image of how a statesman,
should be.
a president, a senator, or whoever is in public office should act and talk.
Oh.
And he doesn't fit that frame.
Ganun eh.
But that's how he is.
Teka mo na. Ginusto niya yun eh, tumakbo siya eh, nanalo nga eh.
Oo.
O di act the part. Ngayon, it's a different story. Kunyari, it's a different story na nagbibiroan sila nila Bato and may nag-record and it came out.
Oo.
That's wrong. I mean, okay, nagbibiroan eh. Pero in a public forum na in the middle of a speech, magbibiro siya ng rape about
Pero
Seryoso.
what I think about that is, kasi ganun na siya beforehand, ganun siya nung campaign, ganun siya pre-campaign, ganun siya sa Davao, and when he ran for office, people knew how he speaks.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's really not
as somebody who voted for him, I would be disappointed if he suddenly changes after winning.
Hindi, tingnan mo na. There are good jokes. There are bad jokes.
Right. Maybe some of his jokes I find good that are bad to some. Again, subjective ang jokes.
Marami siya sinabing ako natatawa ako sa mga ibang sinabi niya.
Mhm.
And I've been very critical of the president. Pero there are things na tipong cringe-worthy na tinatawag. Parang,
Again,
oh
jokes.
my God.
These are jokes.
Ba't mo
Diba? I don't
Pero nahihirapan din si Panelo eh.
Well, totoo. Panelo's post
Oh,
is the envy of nobody. Every time siguro magsasalita, kakamot na ulo si Panelo. Paano ko ito ipapaliwanag na naman? Tapos ngayong katong sa China Row, yung fisherman, hindi nagsasalita. Hindi naman nagsasalita. Paano ko na naman ipapaliwanag to?
We'll get into that. We'll have topics on that soon.
Right, so that's how we think of jokes in general, whatever topics.
Katulad lang nito, itong discussion na to. Sa kanya, yung rape jokes ni Presidente, dahil ganun na siya, it's fine. Ako, it's not the forum for it. Ganun eh. I'm not particularly offended. Some of it is pretty amusing.
You just think it's inappropriate.
Pero,
For the venue.
It's
for
not
the
for the
event.
person.
Okay.
Okay? Meron siyang mga jokes na okay eh.
So you don't find it funny, you don't laugh at it, I do.
Subjective
That doesn't
eh.
make any of us a good or a bad
That's it.
person.
Okay?
We have
Anyway.
different senses of humor.
Oh, yun.
That's it.
Hindi, natatawa din nga ako, pero not for him on
Okay.
that forum. Ganun lang.
Okay.
Okay? Not for him on that forum. It's unpresidential.
So going back dun sa law, that mind you, this was not signed by the president. This defaulted to a law. Kasi,
Hindi pinirma ng 30 days.
right, because when a law is passed sa Congress and Senate, it is forwarded to the president
For signing.
for signing, for approval
Pero
na this
mostly
becomes a law.
formalities na lang. The president may sign it or veto it
Or veto.
with recommendation.
Right.
Or completely veto it.
So when a law is vetoed, veto by the way is when the president says, no, I reject that law, I don't want that to be a law. It goes back to the Senate
For evaluation.
for evaluation, but if the Senate wants to push for that same law to move forward without the president's approval, you need to get 2/3 of the vote.
No. Ibabalik mo sa presidente with changes.
No, that is if you cannot get the 2/3 vote.
Okay.
So that's where the check and balance is. Hindi porke
I
ayaw
want
ni...
to brush up on that.
If the president doesn't want it, hindi porke ayaw niya, hindi na ubra. If majority, more than majority of the Senate thinks it should be a law.
Hmm.
Kasi 2/3 is very hard to get. But if it's...
Ngayon, hindi na.
Ngayon, hindi na. Pero I mean, if 2/3 of that group agrees, then I don't think... I think that's enough to overrule the president.
Okay.
Being the same
I
level.
want to brush up on that. Sige.
So that's what I remember about veto power.
Okay.
The veto can be vetoed.
Inupuan ni Presidente na, yung batas.
Right? So again, if you don't fall under being accepted as a law, signed into a law, or vetoed, and inupuan mo lang siya, it stays there for 30 days, tama? It
30
automatically
days.
becomes a law. By default, it becomes a law.
Okay.
That's what happened.
The following are the specific acts listed as gender-based street and public spaces sexual harassment that may be punishable from community service of 12 hours up to arresto menor or 11 to 30 days imprisonment for the third offense. The following are specific acts listed as gender-based streets and public spaces sexual harassment that may be punishable from community service of 12 hours to arresto menor or 11 to 30 days imprisonment for the third offense. Okay?
Question, ano yung arresto menor?
Tignan nyo lang sa internet.
I looked that up really quick.
Go. Okay, number 1, cursing. Pagmumura.
Wow.
Wow.
Naman yung nanay ko, makukulong.
Wow. Brought to you by Riz Amontiver.
So fine is not more than unless specified suspension or disqualification. Suspended from what? Ayun, arresto menor. Fine is not more than suspension or disqualification unless specified. Okay. I cannot interpret it right now. Nasa revised penal code na, sir. I'm not gonna go into details.
Okay, titignan nyo na
I
lang.
don't have time for that.
Okay. Tignan nyo na lang. Next. Tigisa tayo.
Saan na ba tayo?
First is cursing, yung pagmumura.
Teka, nawala yung ano. Ito. So, cursing. Next is catcalling, defined as unwanted remarks directed towards a person, commonly done in the form of wolf whistling and misogynistic, transphobic, homophobic, and sexist slurs. So,
Ano to?
Hi, miss.
Sa akin.
Hi, miss.
Hindi, ganito yan eh. Mahirap i-impose yan. Kasi, unang-una, sabihin lang natin,
What qualifies?
what quality? Tama. I mean, kunyari, nagbiro ka,
Again, going back no sa rape jokes.
Oo.
Diba?
And wolf whistling, yung is subjective eh. Some women find it flattering.
Right. I mean, some women,
Some gentlemen
oh,
find it flattering. Kasi
minsan
napagkabalan
nasipulan
sila.
ng ganyan.
Oo.
At one point in my life, sa pagkamalan ako babae, nasipulan ako kasi mahaba ang buhok ko. Back in college. Nilapitan ko siya. Sabi ko, para ng problema. Kamot siya ng ulo, sabi niya, ay sorry. Pero I found out na sexy pala ako. If seen from behind.
Misogynistic, transphobic, homophobic, and sexist slurs. Ano yun?
Homophobic. I mean, alam mo yung guy talk, locker room talk, na, ano pare, alam ko kursunada mo si ganito. Lapitan mo na, baka ka pala eh.
Yeah.
Di ba?
We grew up in that generation.
Oh, do you consider that homophobic? So, yung tropa mo, let's say locker room talk after a basketball game, can he file a case against you because you were thrown
You were there.
homophobic slurs?
Mga kaibigan, kung nakikita nyo lang yung chat namin sa Facebook, matatawa lang kayo. Kita mo? Kita niya? Kita niya?
Sweet namin.
Oo. Transphobic.
Ano transphobic? Pagka galit ka sa transportation?
Transsexuals.
Ayun yung mga operada.
Or yung mga drag queen natin.
What exactly is transphobic? Who is takot ako sa mga nagko-crossdress? Is that
Hindi, whatever, as long as it's a slur against them.
what is a slur?
Ganito yan, when you say, ganito, again, subjective. To some gentlemen of that orientation, bakla is a common term.
Right. It's a Tagalog term for
Hindi,
blanket statement.
That's how they call each other. Meron pa nga babaeng
Oo.
tatanggap, bakla, di ba?
Oy, bakla.
Pero to some, it's offensive.
Mhm.
Now, yung some na yun, is super minority yun.
Well, may kakilala ako na isa na ayaw na tinatawag siyang ganun. He's not straight, pero he's not extravagant. Isa yung
Hindi
I
siya-
wouldn't say
hindi
closet.
siya flamboyant.
Yeah, hindi siya hindi siya flamboyant. I think
Hindi
that's the
siya
right term.
screaming,
Hindi siya screaming gay. Pero it's accepted. We all know. He doesn't deny.
Mm.
But he doesn't want being called
What does he prefer to be called?
by name.
Well,
And it makes sense. Pero
depende nga sa context. Kunyari, bakla between friends is like just, funny.
Right. Oy, bakla.
Pero,
Kumain ka na ba?
oh, but when told to some gay people, gay folk, bakla is derogatory, to some it's fine.
Did you see that news clip yung news article din sa online where sa store, nilagay doon bakla sa resibo?
Oh,
Outside, tas
kaya
bakla.
bakla,
I think I posted that on my Facebook
oh,
na the person got offended.
yeah. Biglang ang na-offend yung mga hindi naman apektado.
Hindi, pati yung para daw, bakit daw bakla? Because that's how you identify and that's how people identify. You want to identify as someone, and then you want people to identify you as you have identified yourself. And then when they do exactly what you want them to do, you get offended.
Mm.
What's wrong with that?
I
Everything is wrong with that.
Hindi, ganito na lang. Let's put it as this way. Siguro because we're both not gay, we don't know how it offends. Ganun yun eh.
Tayo. Pag tinawagan pa ng
Hindi,
lalaki, you get
Hindi,
offended.
kunyari, hindi natin alam yung pakiramdam ng bakla na tinawag mong gano'n.
Mhm. Most probably.
Di ba?
Pero looking at it from logic's perspective.
If you tell me that, I was like, I'm so secure about my sexuality, it's not gonna offend me.
I mean, I'm sure they're secure being gay.
Pero meron ako offend eh. So again, this law is so subjective na tipong depende kung gusto niya i-demanda, meron siyang i-demanda sa'yo. Ganun eh. Sexist slurs is usually male to female eh. Uy, laki ng...
Misogyny is very, very specific yata na male to
Hindi,
female.
misogyny is parang more hate.
Right, pero it's specific from male to female.
Derogatory. Androgyny is female to male. Androgyny.
Okay.
You learn something every day. But anyway, yung kunyari, oy, laki ng...
Hinaharap mo.
Oh,
Your future is big.
oh. Hindi, kasi,
So, ito na lang yun.
There
This is a good joke. Tingnan mo yung brother.
Oh.
Chicks dumaan. Her future looks bright.
pwede. Can be.
Di ba?
Hindi, ganito kasi yan. Yung joke na yan, yung sinabi mo, it's between friends, that doesn't affect.
What if they overheard while we're talking?
So, pwede ka na demanda.
Oo, di ba?
Ang tanga mo naman aminin mo yun.
Pero, hindi mo siya aaminin.
Hindi ko pinag-uusapan namin.
Hindi mo siya aaminin between us. Pero, I mean, they can accuse you of doing that. That's where the problem is eh. The accuser eh.
Kunyari, may dumaan, tapos tumingin ako sa'yo. Ganun ang mangyayari sa batas na to, alam niyo ba? That's why it's so useless
We're not
eh.
saying, okay, Ma'am Bastos.
It's gonna be useless eh.
Pero-
Kunyari, kunyari, yun nga, okay, ito naman, ito yung sa akin, may dumaan. Tumingin ako sa'yo.
Tapos biglang nag-beautiful-eyes ako. Okay, thank you.
Sino nakakasama nito?
Ito good example, personal experience. And this has nothing to do with pambabastos. This is nagkukulitan kami nung isang kumpare ko,
Ah.
na medyo matagal ko na rin hindi nakakasama. This was way back before BPO days. Uh, we were waiting for the bus. Sa bus stop kami sa Kandakan. It's a Saturday morning or Sunday morning, I think. Or Saturday afternoon. I remember that, Saturday afternoon. So, konti yung tao. Ang naghihintay doon, 3 lang kami. Kaming 2 magkumpare. And then may isang babae. So, we were talking about stupid stuff. Sabi ko.
Stupid guy stuff.
Oh, it's just guy stuff na walang kakwenta-kwenta.
Sabi namin mga lalaki yan.
Hindi nga nakakatawa, ang lupit. So, nag-uusap kami, sabi ko, parang, pare, are you free on a Sunday? Kasi walang pasok. Yung puno ng mansanas ko, yung ubas, yung mga halaman ko sa bagay, tumatawid na sa bakod. So, I don't want it going there kasi kinakain ng mga usa. Na lumalaboy-laboy sa bakuran. Yung mga usa ron, yung mga fox. Kasi minsan pag nag-hunting kami ng usa ng airpods ko, free ka, mga pwede. So, sabi niya,
social, ha?
Oo, siyempre. So, sabi niya, paano niyo kumakapunta?
Talaga kung mag-gusto mga lalaki. I wasn't there, but this is fucking hilarious.
Seryoso
Walang
walang tumatawa, walang
sa akin.
straight face talaga yung kwentuhan namin. Sabi niya, parang I don't think I can go kasi yung chopper ni Daddy flat. Walang vulcanizing shot ng chopper. So itong babae was overhearing us having this stupid conversation. So sabi ko, di ba balik tayo next week? Papuntahin ko yung chopper ko sa inyo. Pa-pick up na lang kita. Free naman kami. Hindi naman kami lahat ni Daddy. Cut ko naman yung chopper sa bahay.
Buti hindi pa nakwento yung yate mo. Okay, ganun lang yun eh. Ganun lang yun eh.
Etong babae ngayon, out of the blue, biglang lumapit sa amin, ang sabi, ang yayabang nyo! Tapos tumawid. Imagine that. Ganun yung sinasabi ko na
Buti wala pa social media na nga.
sinasabi ko na even though you're not part of that conversation, meron at merong ma-offend.
Wala mang offensive sa pinag-uusapan nyo eh.
Pero same scenario, may naapektuhan.
So what? Ano, di ba?
Again, di ba? That's how this law is gonna work out. Di ba? Magiging problema to kasi paano na?
It's effectively, parang ganito, no? It's this ridiculous, mga kaibigan mo. Whistling will be outlawed in general.
Oo.
Kasi, what if you were just whistling and it's really not, katulad ng kwento niya, it's really not intended for anybody, you're just whistling something.
Or it's intended between 2 people.
Hindi ka kumakanta, pinipito mo lang yung favorite song mo.
Halimbawa, ang paborito kong isipon nun, yung kay Sawaw Mali.
Okay.
Yung habang Sawaw Mali,
Right.
na nakakarindi, misis ko minsan nahihinis sa akin, tigilan mo yan. Pero, I mean, I'm walking, for example, and then whistling.
Just amusing yourself.
Oo, di ba? Or sumisipol kayo sa Kill Bill. Yung mga iconic na whistle. Tapos biglang sabihin.
Meron din sa favorite ko from True Faith yung
Yung intro? Oo, yung intro. Tsaka yung sa Patience ng Guns N' Roses.
yes.
Diba? So, I mean,
If you just sing your favorite song,
yeah, you're just whistling away.
and then a woman, transgender, a gay person suddenly gets offended by, akala niya sa'yo.
Sisipulan mo ba ako? Excuse me.
May
Diba?
taste ako.
Tapos, ako yun I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm gonna do. Baka muna murahin ko yun. And yes, that's the type of person I am. Murahin ko yun.
Pwede ka nang kasuhan. Kaso ito nga, binura mo.
Oh.
Di ba baksa ka rin sa cursing?
Oo nga, no?
I mean,
What if
Diba?
one piles up over another?
Oh.
Do you see the complication that this will do?
Di ba, Risa? Kung gusto mong mangyari,
Di ba, Madam Risa? Patanga-tanga ka rin eh.
I double on that. But anyway. So, I mean, ang
Cursing.
weird na situation.
Cursing.
Ha?
Cursing.
Yun.
Patanga-tanga.
Oh.
damamay ka pa, okay, kasuhan na tayo, tapos tayo ngayon. Lapit tayo to, so we're good.
Next, leering and intrusive gazing.
So, ito yung karugtong nito. I am so conscious na hindi ako makasuhan. So, hindi ako sumipol, hindi ako nag-comment, hindi ako nagsalita. Tinignan ko lang.
Tingnan mo na.
Maganda siya. Okay, so a nice-looking person.
Yung
Passes
plunging. Plunging.
Oh, plunging. Backless.
Pag
May
nakita
tattoo.
ko plunging, gano'n.
Di ba?
Gano'n ka lang. Parang ang tanga.
Ano yan? Pag dumaan siya sa harap ko, I'm looking at something, dumaan siya, biglang kasalanan ko.
Oo.
Di ba? You intrude over my line of sight.
Oo.
Biglang, why are you looking at me? No, I'm not looking at
Hindi
you.
ka nagdamit ng ganyan. Okay, yung very popular, yung pek-pek shorts. It's
Oo.
what they call it. I'm sorry, yung talaga tawag eh. O ano gusto mong tignan na? Ano? Huwag mong tignan.
So,
Okay.
pag nagsuot kayo ng shorts na labas ang kaluluwa, gusto nyo tignan namin yung buhok nyo?
Saan?
Sa ulo. Di ba? Parang, why?
Meron nga, di ba? Pare, shorts. Halos kita na yung pisngi.
Kita na talaga. Di ba, Rosie? Miss Rosie Chicks ka.
What do you want? Ano? Huwag mo titignan.
Doon sa loob ng bahay mo, walang
Okay,
titingin.
kunyari, may fancy dinner na plunging neckline, backless pa minsan. Ay talagang attractive.
Oh.
So, pag nag-usap kayong ganyan, nakaganon ka.
Kasi women wants to be attractive. Although they would say na, I'm not doing this for you, I'm doing it for myself. Okay, given.
Yung slit na mataas.
Di ba? I mean, given na you want to be attractive because you want to feel good about yourself. Pero,
Ayun, tignan ka.
if you are attractive, there will be people attracted.
No, totoo.
What's the point? Pag walang na-attract, ibig sabihin, hindi ka attractive.
Hindi, siguro ang tingin nito yung intrusive gazing probably halos namboboso na. Kasi meron yung...
There's a law for that.
Meron,
Against
hindi,
that.
meron yung obvious na namboboso na yung ginaganon, di ba? Meron yung kunyari yung naka-plunging nga, tapos sabay,
Yung mga,
Mer-
yung mga
meron
may camera sa harap, tapos biglang ko flash.
di ba yung... Di ba?
Oh.
Meron ganun eh. Meron din, okay, sige, to a certain degree, subjective pa rin, pero still, di ba, I mean, it's bad. Meron, let's say, meron talaga gumagawa.
Meron talaga.
Meron talaga.
Meron talagang mga manyakis.
Oo. Pero siguro,
Pero I mean, how do you... Kasi this puts everybody as suspects eh.
oh, it's anti-male.
Anti-male. It's
Anti-
anti-everything.
No. Next. Bawal na ang taunting.
Huwag kayo na pagtontingan dyan. Pinakits kaya na.
Mamamatay ang lahi nating lahat.
Mauubos ang lalaki, puro Amazon na matitira.
Ang tauntingan.
Puro Amazon na matitira.
Sino na paano dadami ang lahi natin?
Ano yung taunting in general? Ano yun?
Parang teasing.
Like how?
Parang daring eh. Parang ganito. Taunting is something like,
You're soliciting a reaction.
di ba, halikan kita. Halikan kita dyan eh.
Warning yan eh.
Ganun. Taunting between, taunting between males.
Oo. Kasi, here's another one. Yung kumpare ko is...
Kunyari, alam mong gay,
Mhm.
hinahamon mo ng suntukan. Ganun. I guess that's meant for that.
Di ba assault?
Ha? Wala pa namang
Oo, threat.
nangyayari. Hindi, you're taunting him to fight you.
Oo, you're soliciting a violent reaction. Okay. I think they need to be very specific on that.
Hindi, yun yung ibig sabihin ng taunting.
Pero, this could be anything.
Ganun.
So, how does that fall under anti-bastos?
Tauntingin mo, bastos eh.
Cursing. So,
Unwanted invitations.
let's go to cursing muna sa left. There are those that doesn't want to curse, so they replace it with something else.
Ah,
Di ba? So,
instead of puta, they say putya.
anak ng patola,
Ng pating.
anak ng kambing.
Ah,
Pero,
and the list goes on.
the intent is the same.
Oh, ganun din eh.
Di ba? That's the problem there. The intent is the same. Gusto mong
So,
magmura. Actually, nagmumura ka without actually saying the word. Anak ng kamote naman eh. Di ba?
I mean, so does it
Again,
make it all right? You change the word.
Are we forgetting about context?
The intent, yeah, the intent is ganun din. Ito ba? Pusang gala.
Di ba? Alam mo yung gusto niyang sabihin.
Oo.
He's just not comfortable using the word. Pero it's the same intent.
Nagubulahan tayo.
Oo. Di ba na, okay, magmura ka without using the word. Ano na tayo? Social justice talaga.
Yeah.
Di ba? So, yung salitang bakla, tomboy, sexy, labas ang cleavage, we can replace it with another term.
Which
Hoy, hindi lalaki.
Which happens on a slang. Di ba ganun talaga ang slang?
Oo.
Which happens.
You replace it with another term na localized lang
Oo.
nakakaintindi.
Wow, melon.
Di ba? Yung mga repa pips.
Hindi, wow, melon.
Hindi, it's just an example of non-sexual. Diba? Yung pare becomes erap.
Hindi, we're talking about sexual stuff.
Okay.
Kasi ito yung sense
Oo,
eh.
oo.
So, wow, melon. Ano yun? So, babulahin kita na I'm just talking about melons, but actually I mean, di ba? Nagbabulahan lang tayo. Something else.
Something else, like...
Yeah. Melons. Labo kong kausap. Ang labo mong kausap.
Labo nung ba kasi? Okay, so yun.
Ito, susunod, pare. Paglalaban ko to.
Unwanted invitation.
Unwanted invitation, lalo na sa mga multi-level marketing. Kakasuhan ko ng unwanted invitation to mga lintik
Pag
na to.
tinanong ka, no, kung open-minded ka, kasuha mo agad.
Unwanted invitation. Di ba? I mean, paano na yun? Unwanted invitations.
Pare, kape tayo. Teka,
Oh, I mean,
networking yan ah.
okay.
Hindi ba pwedeng gusto natin libre ng kape?
This is men versus women, I think. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you ask somebody to go out?
Wala na, matatapos ng human race.
Ay, unwanted siya. Bakit? Pangit eh.
Kasi,
Hindi.
before you decide who you want to go out with, di ba, you have available choices. Ngayon, sa choices mo na yon, hindi lahat yung gusto mo.
Malamang.
Di ba? So, ikaw, ito si dalagang Pilipina na ayaw mong lumapit, ikaw mag-initiate, one of them will approach you and it's not always gonna be the one you like.
Right.
Di ba?
Right.
Plus, what if I invite you to come over for dinner pero ayaw mo sa unwanted invitation?
Exactly. So, pwede ka nakasuhan. Imbita mo eh.
Oo.
Unwanted ka niya eh.
Ayaw ko nga pumunta.
Ay, masasaktan ako ng unwanted pala ako.
Oo, di ba?
I mean, ang weird.
Weird. Super weird. Next.
Nabanggit na to eh, misogynistic, transphobic. Okay, next. Persistent, uninvited comments or gestures on a person's appearance.
On a
Ano daw?
person's appearance.
Ano ito?
Ang pangit.
So we're
Gesture.
dealing with feelings.
Going back, offense is
Or
taken.
the bird. The bird. Alam mo yung the bird?
Oo.
Di ba? Ano, ganun ba?
Ngayon, persistent
Hindi,
uninvited comments.
Oo.
Siguro,
On a person's appearance, ha? Ayan, paduy mo naman magdamit.
what is an... Okay.
Gestures is most likely in the bird.
Pero, I mean, there are so many gestures.
Ina-offensive. Like
That somebody might interpret as offensive?
Wait,
Di ba?
like what?
Okay.
Ako isa
Example,
lang.
basketball. NBA, Reggie Miller. Yung gumanon siya.
Okay. Tsaka yung,
Yung mga ganon. Diba? You're not, I am sure, none of them is implying na patayin mo yun. Or choke them to death or whatever. It's a gesture to show na magaling ka, you've done something that you're very proud of, you've killed it in the game, pero they don't allow it. I remember this one gesture, and the U.S. national team was advised not to do it in Brazil nung Rio Olympics hata to. Yung when you sink a three-pointer, yung gaganon sila oh. I think it meant something different doon sa sa culture ng bansa na yun. So they were warned na, okay, don't do that when you get there because it will offend people. So again, gestures are subjective.
did you know this is offensive in Australia?
Is it?
It is.
What does it mean?
Check mo.
What does it mean to them? Thumbs up. Feeling ko, maso-surprise ako. Anyway.
Habang tinitignan niya, babasahin niya sa inyo kung anong ibig sabihin ng in Australia. Basta siguro, persistent uninvited gestures or comments on a person's appearance, siguro is something offensive din sa tao. Baduy or whatever. Tipong,
Why? What country is thumbs up offensive? Wala nang nakalagay. Middle Eastern, Iraq and Iran, the sign is equivalent to giving the middle finger. Sa Middle East. It will be the same.
No. Now you know.
But the point is, not
Sa akin-
because it's acceptable to one culture means it's acceptable to
Sa akin,
another.
this is fine.
Diba? So,
Diba? To some, this is offensive.
right.
To us, it's okay.
Oh,
It's okay.
Or yung masarap yung pagkain.
Oh,
Whatever.
Diba? Subjective eh.
Ganon.
Weird. So, okay.
Ito
Next.
opposite.
Ito ano to?
Ito opposite. Joke yan. Pero I mean,
Daddy joke.
di ba ano isipin ng nakakita?
Oh. Relentless requests for personal details such as name, contact, social media details, and destination.
Okay. So this siguro relentless after being
Ano yung relentless? Dalawang beses ka nagtanong, relentless na yun.
yung parang
May number yan eh, pag sinabi mong relentless.
true. But then again, yung kakulitan becomes subjective. Pwedeng hindi ako makulitan sa 2, 3, 4.
Oo.
Okay.
Di ba? Ano ba yung relentless? May bilang yan eh. 2, relentless na ba yun?
Or isa, relentless na ba yan? It
How
depends.
do you say Miss? Pwede makapagkilala? Ayoko. Paano na yung kulturang pakipot?
Oo.
Talagang nagpakipot.
So, ibig ba sabihin nun, pag umayaw, ayaw na agad?
Paano na?
Kasi-
Mamamatay species natin ba?
Di ba? Paano na? Ito example, kaalala mo yung Pinay? Parang film yata na babae yun, na may nakatabing lalaki sa airlines, tapos nag-tweet siya dun sa airlines. Mihingi niya yung details ng nakatabi niya kasi pogi daw and everything. Paano kung lalaki yung gumawa nun? Pero sabi naman ng airlines, don't give out those details.
Yeah.
So,
Dapat lang.
pero what if a guy posted that na this to the woman who was seated beside me on the plane on my way from this to there, I think you are the one. Tapos tinweet mo si I will find you one way or another.
Some ladies would probably find it romantic.
It's creepy.
No. Some ladies would find it romantic na nagtyaga ka ng ganun. Kung gwapo ka. Pero kung ngit pa ka,
Di ba?
creepy.
Wawa naman discrimination sa mga pangit to.
Hindi, totoo lang. Kasi totoo lang tayo, di ba? Ladies, gentlemen, mga nanonood, kung maganda at gwapo, ang gumanon sa'yo, it's flattering.
Flattering, ano? Kilig factor.
Kilig factor. Okay. Kung ang gumanon sa'yo, kunyari, si Ann Curtis.
Di ba?
Wow.
To the guy I was seated with on the plane.
Iwanan ko asawa ko para sa'yo.
I will...
Di ba?
2 times.
Oh. Or, for the ladies, kunyari, hinanting ka ni Piolo.
Oo,
Hindi John Lloyd.
Diba?
Nagkita si Piolo at si John Lloyd.
Tapos iniwang ka, nagsama sila.
Bawa naman. I mean, ganun talaga. Si Derek Ramsey, hinanting ka dahil sinabihan ka you're the one. Flattering yun. Pero kung kunyari si Bayani.
Si Kuhul. Doon sa nakatawag sa Arlano.
Lumalapit pa lang, dinidimanda mo na.
Meron siya tinitingnan na painting, dumaan ka sa harap, tapos dinimanda mo kasi staring.
Oo, napaka-subjective.
Discriminate ang mga pangit.
But still, the colatilia there is relentless. Ano ba yung relentless? Di ba? What is relentless?
Siguro, step away. Sabihin na naman nila, why am I supposed to adjust when, gago ka pala eh.
No, right.
Di ba? You know you're in a compromising position. You move away from it.
Right.
You don't stay there and ask the bad people to go away.
The other side of it is, pag sinabi sa'yo ng babae na, wag,
I'm not interested or whatever.
Ngayon, kung nagpapakipot lang siya, edi sorry. Sorry ka na lang. Mamatay species natin.
Ubus tayo.
Oo.
Bakit? Wala na. Talagang average na edad ng isang bansa, 60.
Oo.
Kasi hindi nagkakaanak.
Dahil sa mga ganitong batas. But anyway,
moving forward.
the use of words, gestures, actions that ridicule on the basis of sex, gender, or sexual orientation, identity, and or expression, including sexist, sexist, homophobic, and transphobic statements and slurs. Tingin ko, isa lang ang nagsulat.
Tulog lang eh. Kulang.
Use of words.
Kulang ang vocabulary.
Okay, words.
No?
Naintindihan natin ang words. Kunyari, nangiinsulto ka. Words. Yun eh. Gestures. Alam naman na pag-usapan natin kanina yan. Actions.
Actions that ridicule on the basis of sex. Okay. Bigyan mo example ako, may isip eh.
Ito, I witnessed this personally, no? Sa isang condo sa Makati where we were. Okay? Where we were. Transsexual person, meaning operada na, was hanging out sa guard station sa lobby, waiting for his grab. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I will not succumb to your use of pronouns. Ako tinruan ako ng English at yun ang alam ko.
Ang babae ay babae at lalaki ay lalaki.
Ang he ay he, ang she ay she. Kung wala kang kasarian, it.
Kung isang bato, aso, kambing, unggoy.
It. Diba? Okay, anyway. He was hanging out sa guard station. Madaling araw na to waiting for his grab. Fine. So, ang suot niya, naka-tank top siya na talaga nga naman.
May dibdib na.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Maganda ang dibdib. Maganda ang pagkakagawa.
Madidimanda ka na.
Ano nga eh. Paano madidimanda? Compliment yun.
Hindi nga eh.
Totoo naman maganda ang pagkakagawa.
Appearance eh.
It's a compliment. Anyway. Maganda
So are you saying na sobrang laki?
Yes. At sexy. May kurbada. Okay? Pag nakatalikod, hindi mo isiping he. She ang iisipin.
Meron mga ganun. May mga kapitbahay akong ganun eh. Na pag nagdadrive ako, napapalingon ako pag tingin ko, ops. Pare.
Okay.
Pare pakis.
So, he was chatting with the guards, and the guards were like, totoo ba yan? Okay, totoo yan? Oo naman, ganyan. They were discussing about operations and stuff. Obliging
he was
naman siya.
proud of what he had.
Obliging naman siya. Kung magkano nagastos mo siya. Ganun. I just happened to be there kasi naghihintay din ako ng Grab.
Mhm.
Kasama kami. But anyway, the guards were like, pahawak nga. And he was like, oh sige. Guards are doing this to him. True story. You cannot make this up. And I was there looking like this. And he wasn't offended at all. Sabi niya, sige. Guards went, parang tunay.
Pero at least, di ba, it's consensual,
Sa totoo lang, it was curiosity for curiosity's sake.
Actually, maganda.
Walang, yung mga, ito naman, in fairness to the guards, walang sexual intent sa mata nila whatsoever. Mga macho yung mga guards.
Siguro meron sa ulo.
Wala.
Pero it wasn't
And
showing.
Then, no, really, no.
Curiosity talaga.
Oo, as in, di ba, sa totoo lang, how many times do you get,
You find something.
siguro kung nakainom lang ako din. Ganito ba, before nauna akong umalis sabi nga, nararamdaman mo, gano'n na, oo, na parang hawak, ganun lang kasimple. It was educational for crying out loud. Nobody was offended.
Yun na nga that's where again, subjective ang offense, it's taken, not given. Diba? Tapos yung iba matignan lang, masipulan lang. Isa nilalamas
Yeah, that's true. Oh my God.
Pero comedy yun.
Oo! Ito is
Kudos to both of them. Open mind.
Oo, I mean, yung guards, dalawa sila doon, and then him, and they were like talking about it. I said, okay. At palayo pa nga Palayo. Ito yung last conversation, and muntik na akong bumalik to listen Kasi ito yung tanong na natin ko, masakit nung inoperahan ka.
Okay. Legit
Paalis
question.
na ako. Yeah, natural, you'd be curious. And how many opportunities do you get to answer that? To ask that question to somebody who is willing to answer.
Willing
Na
to
hindi
answer.
mo offend.
Na hindi ka close.
Oo.
Siguro kung ka-close mo, that would be a different story.
Right. Oh, di ba? I mean, subjective lahat to
Tapos tayo yan.
No.
Kasi kailangan mo lagyan ng technical definition to mga to. Good luck sa IRR dito.
Ito, good luck tayo sa susunod. Di ka na magbasa.
Ano ba tayo? Persistent telling of sexual jokes.
Wala na mag-uusap.
Naintindihan ko na sinasabihan mo yung babae and they tell you na, no, I'm not comfortable with that type of jokes. You've been warned, and then you stop doing it.
Right.
Pero if, again,
Persistent na naman
conversation between two guys, kayo mga babae, you'll be surprised at the stupid shit that we talk about.
Hindi lang yan. I've had this opportunity to be in the company of women in a girl talk. Girl talk, Anak ka ng waiting, ang lupit.
Bakit?
Ang masama sila magsalita. Ang mga girls, Girls.
Ano ginagawa mo naman sa room with them?
I'll tell you how they talk first. I was just invited to get their male perspective on things. Okay? Kasi yung boyfriend daw niya, ganyan, nagloloko, blah, 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 blah. So I was just there to get them. I was just invited, okay? So fine. Boys, ganito kami magkwentuhan, ha? Pre, make a date ako last week. Okay? Ito yung ginawa namin. Oh, yeah. Yun lang.
Tapos may mga tanong kami na details.
Oo.
So, ganito ba? Malikot ba?
Oo, gano'n. Sakit pumunta.
Makinis.
Okay. Ito na witness ko sa mga babae. Date ko si Andrew last week. Due time. Nagtatrabaho siya doon sa may RCBC, blah, 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 blah. Ganun. Detalye.
Hindi nagkakalayo sa...
So pag dumating yung lalaki, whoever that,
Alam mo na, no? Na-image mo na,
The
visualize mo na.
difference between boys talk and female talk is sa mga boys, and maraming papatotoo nito, the moment you give out personal details, mababa ang tingin namin sa'yo.
Hmm.
Kiss and tell ka, bad trip ako sa'yo.
Ano lang, hanggang dun tayo sa meron kaming ginawa.
Yung, hanggang doon lang.
Dinala ko siya sa ganito.
Yung,
Ganito ko siya na bola.
right.
Pero yung
Pangalan.
down to the letters yung details mo.
No. Ang mga nagaganon are men who are disgusting and should not be trusted. At kung merong dapat tamaan ito, ang batas na to, yung mga nagsishare ng information na gano'n. Kasi ang normal boys talk, we don't give out personal details, unlike girls talk.
Unless you're talking about the same person with sharing experiences.
Oh. And this Andrew came, sinundo sila eh. Sinundo sila ng Andrew. Hindi, pati ako alam po na rin.
Pre, totoo bang ano?
Hindi.
Kasi sabi nung girlfriend mo,
The ladies are into details.
well, I'm not surprised based on how they gossip. Diba? Kasi nga, uy, alam mo ba
I
yung...
have to explain to them na, sabi ko, hindi kayo dapat ganun eh. Kasi sabi niya, hindi kayo din mga lalaki ganun eh. Hindi. Then I explained the same topic to them. Sinabi ko ngayon lang, and they were surprised. They actually thought.
na pinag-uusapan na sila by
Pati
name.
details. By name, by
By
details.
name, by details, by kung anong
Wala.
pagkakaahit, and
Wala.
all.
Wala. We don't, ganito. We probably talk about kung ano yung pagkakaahit, pero we don't, yeah.
Right. You're not gonna tell him na, basta meron isa.
Oo. Or we give probably a, bihira, generic.
Huwag mo na alamin, baka mamaya kilala mo pa. Yung mga ganun.
That's how we boys talk. Okay? For your information. Ngayon, again, ulitin ko lang, yung mga lalaking nagbibigay ng details, sa akin, mababa ang tingin ko sa'yo.
Pero there are exceptions to every rule, of course. Like, for example, yun nga, merong isang babae na sobrang dali that everybody had a hand in.
Most likely magpa-part 2 tayo ng episode 7 dahil napakagandang topic
Medyo
nitong
mahaba siya.
tsaka sa totoo lang, we're just having a nice time with this
Oo.
freaking topic.
Technical difficulties pati has been bothering us for the longest time.
Right.
We keep getting cut sa 30-minute mark, and
Because of that major update, diba?
I think it's a major update. My phone had a major update a couple of, like 1 or 2 weeks ago. Sa Huawei, so I'm not sure if that affected it. Nag-stop siya every 30 minutes, pero yeah, so
Our next item is use of sexual names, comments, and demands.
okay, so sexual demands is very specific.
Yeah.
So we know that. I could work with that.
Sexual
Sexual-
comments.
It's the same as sexual jokes, and it's the same as uninvited comments, it's the same as words.
Sexual names. Ito
Ano yung sexual names?
true story.
Sino kasi? Di
During the time ng mga tough guy names in Pasay. And don't censor this because this is relevant. Yung mga pangalan ng araw, mga Ben Tumbling, gano'n.
Totoy Bato.
Totoy ba to? In Pasay, there's an actual couple. Si Boy Tite tsaka si Inday Pukit, they're a couple. How do you deal with that? Kung yun talaga yung moniker nila.
They accepted it as their moniker.
Ayun nga, pag tinanong mo, nasaan si Inday Pukit? True story.
I'm aware of that kasi lumaki rin ako sa Pasay for a short time.
True story.
And it's not just there, it's not localized there. Pero common yan eh. Kung if anybody plays billiards, common din yan. Lahat ng palayo nila, boy, tapos usa sila nang galing eh.
Si Edward Supot.
Diba? Paano na si Totoy Mola? Ano yung pelikula ng Totoy Mola?
Kaya naalala ko lang yun yung nickname ng isa sa bilyar. Kasi laging kapos yung kanya. Laging kapos yung kanyang tira. Yung tawag na si Edward Supot.
Yan. Yung mga SJW ngayon, karamihan, may pinag-aralan eh. So, English, yung mga ano yan, reklamo niya. Parang mga tawag sa mga shorty, di ba?
Ganun din sa, di ba, pinsan sa...
Ethel Buba.
Yeah, true. Ethel Buba. Yung sa basketball minsan may ganyan din, di ba? Yung kunyari, tipong, yun nga, yung pag tumira yung support.
Kapos.
Kasi kapos
Bitin,
eh. That's what it means sa mga lalaki pag sinabi sa
Bitin.
bitin. Okay. So,
Labo.
paano yun? Hindi, siguro naman, kung walang nag-complain, parang ganun.
Pero di ba? What is stopping them from suddenly complaining?
Ayun na nga.
What if nakita nila na, okay,
Kunyari,
this might not be the
five
case.
years later.
This might not be the case. So what if biglang, uy, mukhang pagkakapiraan natin itong tao.
Right. That's subject to abuse.
Na-offend ako.
Kunwari na offend.
Oo, pero it's been a name that you've been using for like 2 decades.
Right. Okay, any statement that has made an invasion on a person's personal space or threatens the personal sense of personal safety. Ayos.
Okay, personal threat,
It's
I understand. Threats are self-explanatory. If you threaten someone with harm,
Oh.
pablatter mo.
Kaya kahit yung kanya, gagapangin ko yan. Ganun.
Sasaktan kita.
Pero may batas na nun.
Meron na. Pero ano yung statement that has made an invasion on a person's personal
Yung statement, gagapangin kita.
That,
Hindi wala ka pa naman ginawa. It's just a
that has
statement.
not made an invasion. It's a warning that I will invade your personal space.
Or sa chance nga kita.
Oh,
That's weird.
how is it an invasion when you haven't done it yet? Pero sabi niya kasi, any statement that has made an invasion on a person's personal space.
A statement invading you is pumasok sa tenga mo.
No.
Di sinabi ko.
Lord.
Di ba? Pag sinabi ko sa'yo, ang pasok nung sa tenga mo, I had sexual intercourse with your ear.
It's either rape or consensual.
I raped your ear.
I raped your ear with my singing. Bravo.
Oh, that's a rape joke. Raped your ear.
Oo. With my horrible singing. Diba? Rape joke yun. So how come nobody's complaining about that? And everybody a lot of people have used that. Okay.
Anyway,
Some of this on the list are
ito medyo
acts that may receive graver punishment or imprisonment of up to a month and 1 day up to 6 months.
for the third offense. Making offensive body gestures at someone.
Ano yung offense ba?
Oh,
At someone.
at someone.
Alam ko na, may isa pa yung old time jokes na. Pala eh. Bading ka pala eh.
Hindi kasi minsan, ano na yun eh, it's a code eh. Tipo kunyari, we don't want to offend someone. Kunyari he's there, tapos nakalingon.
Oo.
And then you can just go, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So pag nakita niyang gumanon ako, tapos na-offend siya, ganun ba yun?
They're at someone, so directed.
I guess the intent is to offend.
Ang hirap. Again, what is
Ano ba, kunyari,
offense? Who takes
sino yung
offense?
sexual na,
Dinakma yung suso nung transsexual, hindi na offend eh.
hindi, yun na, subjective nga eh. Pero yun nga, if you made this kind of gesture to a lady na who's not really into you, then probably it's offensive.
Well, I guess it's blatant pambabastos.
Yeah, yun na nga yun. Yun na nga yun. Pwede, siguro.
Yeah, it's
Ito
somewhere in
is-
between.
Ay, sige ka dyan.
Exposing private parts for the sexual gratification of the perpetrator with the effect of demeaning, harassing, threatening, or intimidating the offended party, including flashing of private parts, public masturbation, groping, and similar lewd actions.
Batas na to, di ba?
Pero, let me just take notice of this one particular bullet point, ha?
May batas na to eh.
Parang may 30 words yata rito, may mga kama, ang haba-haba, pero walang tuldok sa huli. Hiningal akong basahin eh.
Na-offend ka.
Na-offend ako. But yeah, may batas na rito eh. Sa ano? Sa exposing yourself?
No.
Ba?
Alarming
Public
scandal.
masturbation. Groping.
That is acts of lasciviousness.
Acts of lasciviousness. Makukulong ka na dyan. Ngayon, a good question is, these offenses daw,
Alam mo siguro kaya hindi, a good reason tingin ko kung bakit hindi rin pinirmahan ng Duterte.
it's gonna be conflicting
It's
with
stupid
other
eh.
existing
Hindi,
na.
tsaka it's stupid eh.
Ito. I mean, here's a good question nga that I was about to say. So these offenses, itong last two, can get you in prison for a month and a day up to 6 months for the third offense. Question ko is, acts of lasciviousness, anong penalty ron? Is it worse or lighter than this? I think it's worse. So, ano to? Ba't ko kakasuhan ito kung mas mababa yung penalty nito? Doon ako sa acts of lasciviousness.
Hindi, tsaka meron ng offense na ganun eh.
Kaya nga eh.
Ang weird.
So next, this law, dalawang imposing, so these next few ones are again similar.
Once imprisonment or arresto mayor in maximum periods for the third violation, stalking.
May batas na ron. As far as I know.
Still, natatawa ko sa anti-stalking law na yan eh.
Ano yung stalking mo? When I search this person on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter relentlessly, search lang hindi interact. I mean, I can consider that as stalking. Now, you know where this person is. Pero at one point nga, you mentioned, if you posted, you checked in on Facebook that you're on this place, I'm eating at a restaurant in this mall, and then another person that you don't want following you tells you, I know that you're in this place at this mall. Di ba? Sasabihin niya, oh, you're stalking me. It's creepy. But you posted it publicly.
Yeah.
Di ba? How am I
Nandito ako
stalking?
sa ganitong bar.
Oh. Or pinost mo na I will be going out with my friends tonight to this bar. May event kami. And then you message the person na, hoy, alam ko pupunta ka sa ganitong place mamayang gabi ah.
Hindi, ano na yun eh. Kumbaga, in a complaint, defense mo na yun eh. Which is like, pwede mo dismiss yun on that basis. Now, how does this become offensive? Halimbawa, ano ba ang stalking? Halimbawa,
I think stalking comes with an intent.
kung kunyari crush mo lang eh.
Diba?
Hindi mo naman kinakausap.
You want to know more
Kunyari
about
din
them.
kinakausap. Or, again, say crush mo nga, tinignan mo yung pictures sa Facebook, kinausap mo, minessage mo. Eh, how else do you interact?
What about celebrities? Diba? They are the ones who complain a lot about stalking. Pero they're public figures.
Hindi, meron yung mga talagang may diferensya sa pag-iisip.
Oo, totoo naman yun.
Na
Na kailangan mong filean ng
ng restraining order.
Restraining order.
meron talagang ganoon. Pero extreme yun eh. But anyway, sige.
Okay. So dahil sinerge kita ng sinerge sa social media, nakulong ako ng more than 6 months.
Any of the above mentioned acts accompanied by touching, pinching, brushing against the body of the offended person.
May nasa jeep kayo.
Okay.
Katabi mo. Brushing.
But, yung kunyari,
Hindi, sa jeep na lang. Naka-shorts kayo parehas. Man-spreading ka. Oh.
Hindi. Alam natin yung touching eh. Kasi, kunyari, kahit nasa jeep ka, I'm not supposed to, kahit anong ganda nito, I'm not supposed to touch you in any
Right.
diba?
Whether sexual or
Lalo na
otherwise.
siguro ang pinching. or brushing against the body of the offended person.
Ano, yun na din ako medyo na
Paano sa jeep?
sa
Tama
brushing
nga.
eh. Oo.
Sa bus,
Sa bus.
LRT, MRT.
What if ang biyahe natin is nakatayo tayo mula rito hanggang Dao?
Huwag naman.
Parañaque hanggang like, Alabang hanggang Dao. Terminal ha? Hanggang Dao,
Kasi
papuntang North.
rush hour.
Tapos nakatayo kayo sa bus. You're with someone else. Halimbawa, tayong dalawa magkasama and then we made some comments that another person found offensive. Pero magkasama pa tayo ng 3 oras pa rito. And then may sumakay pang iba, nagsiksikan tayo. And then we start brushing against each other. Diba?
So, paano yun? Here's an actual experience. Nasa MRT ako noon, estudyante pa ako noon. Punuan. Ano lahat. Some lady in skimpy skirt, whatever. Bababa. So, dadaan siya sa mga maraming lalaki. The way I saw it, hindi siya dumaan naman sa akin, no? The way I saw it, walang choice din yung mga lalaki siksikan eh. Na kahit anong urong mo, konti lang talaga mapoprovide mong space. Just enough for her to squeeze some. So, probably she felt something.
Possibly, or...
Ang papastos nyo, and the men were like, what?
It happens. I'm not saying you should do it. It will happen. I mean, you're in a public transport.
What if it was an accident? Kunyari, halimbawa,
Kinuha ko wallet ko. O hinawakan ko yung wallet ko kasi siksikan.
nandun siya sa likod.
Oo, sa siko ko yung dibdib niya.
Or, dahil gumanong ka, baka nag-brush somewhere else.
Oo. Alam mo ito nga, dumaan siya. Sinawakan ko yung, kasi this is MRT, LRT. And I do this always. I make sure na natatamaan ng braso ko yung wallet ko. And that's how I know na hindi pa ako nadudukutan. I make sure na every now and then, nakagip ko ng kamay ko yung wallet ko. What if during the process, my elbow brushed on her on her breast?
On someone's breast. Oh.
Diba? Unintentional, I don't care. Plus, ano pa, palako.
Wala kang, yeah. Hindi ka ganun kababaw.
Diba? Tapos, ang bastos mo.
Papupulis ka na.
Sikuhin kita sa mukha. So again, another one of these laws that are very broad and malabo.
Any touching, pinching, or brushing against genital, natural naman siguro.
So,
Genitalia na hello.
pero again,
So, siguro,
there are accidentals. Yung tulad ng sample natin, accidental. May mga public places kasi na you just can't avoid it.
Mall, kahit naman hindi, di ba may mga lakaran naman sa mall, diba? Hindi naman talaga siksikan sa mall eh. Pero hindi bang accidents happen?
Unless somebody grabs you on the groin. Plus, again, this is acts of lascivious business.
Ito nakakatawa. Genitalia, face, arms, anus. Paano ka nakaabot sa anus? Paano ka umabot doon?
Paano ko umabot sa kuyukot ng tao?
Pero
Ang dami mong dadaanan.
Rape yun eh.
Ang dami mong dadaanan bago ako umabot sa kuyukot.
Nakadamit yan, naka-underwear pa. Paano umabot yun?
Paano nangyari yun?
Growing breast and inner thighs. Okay. Face.
Inatayos pag umabot ang kamay mo dyan, manyakis na talaga yan.
Face. Dapat na talaga ikulong. Buttocks or any part of the victim's body.
Yung any part ang malabo. Paano yung buhok? Yung tenga? Yung siko, natamaan mo?
Holy shit.
Labo nito.
Gender-based online harassment, sexual harassment is defined as online conduct targeted at a particular person that causes or likely to cause another mental, emotional, or psychological distress and fear of personal safety. Sexual harassment acts, including unwanted sexual remarks and comments, threats, uploading or sharing of one's photos without consent, video or pa-convoluted itong sentence na to.
Ano?
video or audio recording, cyber stalking, and online identity theft.
Meron na tayo nung pag-upload eh. Meron ng batas doon. Ano yung who
Parang na
decides?
to eh. Simplihin ko to. Pag meron kang ginawa online na bad trip yung isa, tapos.
Oh.
Ganito eh, sinama mo na lahat eh. Mental, emotional, psychological distress. Pag na bad trip sa'yo yan,
Sa emotional na lang.
kahit ano pa ang ginawa mo, kahit nag-post ka lang ng emoji, at na bad trip sa'yo
May
yan.
paaway mo, eto na lang, ex mo. Nag-message sa'yo. Hindi kayo okay naghiwalay. Emotional. Distress. Oy, kamusta ka na? Stressing to.
Stalking pa.
Okay tayo.
Diba, I mean, napaka-subjective dito eh.
Siguro, I don't think we should go through.
Ito. Unwanted sexual remarks, comments, threats, uploading, sharing one's photos without consent or video. Meron na nito eh.
Dami na yun.
Meron batas nito eh. Cyber stalking or online identity theft. Ano ba yun?
Identity theft, parang wala tayong batas doon. Meron ba tayo?
That should be defined eh. Kasi parang more applicable to ano yan eh. To credit
Papang
cards. Credit cards. Like loan applications. Claiming of benefits. Ganyan.
Or paninirang puri. Diba?
Pwede. Yung kunyari yung mga account na I am Duterte, yung gano'n.
Pero, yung mga account na I am Duterte means it's not impersonating a person. It's
Hindi. Kasama sa identity theft yun eh.
I don't think so. I mean, identity
So
theft
what if
siguro.
kunyari your name with a derogatory remark?
So itong example, I remember this, one of my dating kasama ko sa trabaho, na babae, somebody used her pictures, used a different name, and then posted mga vulgarity. Diba? So, sinisiraan. Hindi. The actual pictures. Pretending that it's her on a different name. And then posting na,
Ano pinagsasabi?
oo, na ganito ako, malaswa akong babae, ganito ganyan, I'm inviting people to ano. Diba? And I'd say that falls under identity theft plus paninirang. You're destroying somebody's image.
Yeah.
I think
Again,
we can skip the rest kasi
walang definition, legal definition tayo ng identity theft. So, ang alam ko lang sa may identity theft laws sa US is more of yung mga credit card
EU siguro.
theft.
EU siguro meron. Pero kasi hindi naman tayo wala tayong credit scores katulad ng US eh.
Paulit-ulit na lang iba. Pero ito yung nakakatawa. Again, invasion of victims' privacy through cyber stalking and incessant messaging. Pag sinabi mo incessant, how many times? Yeah.
Kung ayaw mo sa kapatid, block.
Block mo. Hindi mo. Kumbaga parang you are penalizing someone over your stupidity to block.
Diba? Siguro that's go through the rest.
Hindi ko wala dapat akong ganito yan eh. Wala dapat akong binablock eh. What?
Yeah, it's a silly law that nobody in their right mind can take these things seriously.
Pero it's already
It's a law. Pero I mean, good luck sa implementing rules and regulations niya. Dami mong makakagip.
yeah, I mean, parang hindi ka na pwedeng gumalaw.
I think you can file a case sa Supreme Court para null and void to, diba? Filing it as unconstitutional or it's in conflict with an existing law.
Meron siguro din dapat ano to eh. Meron din siguro IRR dapat to eh.
Meron talaga, lahat naman ng batas meron.
So this is very raw pa rin to begin with. I mean, wala siyang I mean, it's sa totoo lang it's virtue signaling at its finest. So just to wrap this up, yung discussion natin on the anti-bastos law, it's more of virtue signaling than anything. It's not really a serious legislation na dapat pag-usapan pa.
Ang gusto lang masabi na we care about
Oo.
this cause.
Okay, ito ba? Ang update lang yan ganito ha. On February 6, 2019, Senate ratifies bicameral report on Safe Space Act. Wow, may safe space na tayo.
Ano naman to? Is it a quiet room / library?
This measure will plug gaps in existing laws so that the person at work, school, or elsewhere can be confident that they will enjoy the protection from all sorts of abuses, harassment, no matter who they are. Contiveros na naman.
Why is this person still in position? It's funny how, and there are people on my friends list FB na ganito. They follow and support left-leaning politicians and they don't even know about it.
We are one step closer to enacting a long-sought and long overdue that will better protect Filipinos, especially women and LGBT persons, from bigotry, hatred we see rampant in our streets. Wow!
Yung hate speech na yan.
Schools and even workplace
Yung
today.
hatred na yan, it's also a long conversation. What constitutes as hate speech? And kasi hate speech is freedom of speech.
I go by our idol's definition of hate speech. Na yun din ang definition of hate speech sa Amerika. Ang hate speech is when you call to action
But that's
specifically to harm.
then that's not hate speech anymore. It's a call to action. It's inciting.
Oh, ito inside, yun yung definition.
Oo.
Pero just to hate, I hate this.
I'm a homophobic
That's just
person.
freedom of speech.
I hate them. Di ba? It's
This
not
is
like
freedom of speech.
Pero if I start saying na I hate these people and they should be mauled or mugged,
Yun ang hate speech.
oo. Pero hindi pa rin. When I say they should be, it doesn't mean I'm asking people to do it. Pero if I say na, okay, people following me, if you see a homosexual, gulbihin nyo. That's calling to action.
That's hate speech.
Pero kasi, it's like saying na,
Hindi, ganito lang yan. Should be is already an opinion, still hate speech.
but it's not a call to action. Or sabihin ko,
Hindi, equivalent to hate speech na rin yun.
What
Kasi
if-
you shouldn't be doing that.
what
to
if I
begin with.
say na trans people deserves to be run over?
That's hate speech.
I don't
No,
think so.
hindi kasi nobody deserves to be run over.
But that's an opinion.
Hindi. Ganito.
And I'm free to have my
Hindi,
own.
yeah,
I'm
sure.
not saying that that's my opinion.
Sure, but again, ba't mo sasabihin yun?
Because I feel like that's how it's supposed to be.
Hindi. Ganito yan. If you say it in a conversation, that's just a conversation. But if you broadcast it, it's different. Kasi,
You will
alam mo
see
na,
a lot of
kasi
ano.
may effects yun eh. May
Pero-
effects yun.
Eto nga yan eh. So if you've seen yung kay Crowder na that doesn't fall as a call to action. Because that's how I feel. I'm not telling people to do this. I'm just saying this is how I feel about them. Di ba? Or maybe people who like K-pop should be deserves to drown. Di ba? I mean, it's an opinion. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it. I'm not saying na when I see K-pop followers, I will drown them in the pool or in the pool of their own blood.
What?
Pero the point is, I'm not calling anybody to act on an opinion or a belief.
Okay.
I'm just saying they don't deserve to live.
Okay. I guess, all right, I get your point, but still, kumbaga nandun ka na sa dictum ng parang, you're not supposed to say those things. Di ba? Okay, kahit na freedom of speech yan, you're not supposed to say those things.
Kasi there's this one episode an older one kay Milo,
Hmm.
where they attacked si Leslie Jones because he called her ugly yata or something.
Hindi, yun ang opinion.
Yun nga, pero people attack Leslie Jones online.
Oh, pero still,
Ngayon, they're
That's-
holding Milo accountable for his speech.
mali.
That's exactly the same thing.
Hindi, kasi there's a difference between an objective criticism, kung talaga ba naman ganun eh. There's also such a thing as, kunyari, iba na yun.
Well,
Iba na yun. Seriously, iba na
Well,
yun. Kasi kahit ikaw man pakinggan mo yun, yung sinasabi mo, even if it's an opinion, hindi dapat...
kasi tulad dito, sinabi ni Duterte na yung ibang journalist deserves to get killed because of what they do.
Oh, ito mo, it's still there. May mga na-offend lang, pero hindi, again, di ba, babalik tayo doon sa hindi presidential yung...
What holds to
Iba yung kunyari yung kay Trump, yung fake news, yung ginagano niya. Eh kasi naman, iba naman yung versus doon sa deserve to.
Well, deserve to based on an opinion.
Yeah, kasi ganito, no? Again, when we broadcast, katulad sa akin, we have a responsibility to the viewers. Remember that, di ba? We have a responsibility to the viewers to be very careful with what we say, because what we say might be interpreted in a very, very different way.
Okay. So,
Diba?
and I understand that. So, which is why there is this also another phrase that I use, and I think this came from Milo as well. Na parang, I am only responsible with what I say, not how they understood it.
That is true. Again, pero still, you need not provoke. You know what I mean? Kasi si Milo Yiannopoulos is a professional show.
That is true.
Di ba?
Pero some of the things,
Sasadyain ka niyang ganun para magkagulo.
some of the things he said make sense.
Di ba? Pero sasadyain ka niyang ganun para magkagulo. Ganun siya eh. Kaya nga naban yung lokong yun. Kaya nga ayaw na rin siya nila sa Shapiro eh. Dati puring-puri sila pero parang ugali mo hindi maganda eh.
Well,
Pero mga advocates ng free speech, sila Shapiro, sila Ben, sinuka rin si Milo because of what he does eh. Ito. Ang issue kay Milo Yiannopoulos, tignan nyo na lang, yung sinabi niya about him being a minor and stalking priests when he was in school. Yun yung naging controversial sa kanya eh. Parang, sinabi niya, siya, while he was a minor, stalking. Okay? So, isipin mo yung sinabi niya yun. Connotation nun is pedophilia.
I think there was also one comment he made about pedophilia, which he apologized for, I think.
But still, yun na nga eh.
That's true.
Even if, no matter how
But no, I'm not the
Diba?
person.
Tingnan mo na.
It's just
Yan
a
ha, katulad
statement.
din sa'yo. Opinion niya yun. Sabi niya, ako, ganito, ang ginawa ako. Yun eh. Pero still, it's,
Hindi, ginawa yun eh. It's not an opinion, it's an action.
Hindi ka na. Ang connotation nun is, he condones and supports.
Okay. So,
Diba?
here's another thing. What if, again, we are just exploring yung possibilities. What if a certain person condones killing of suspected criminals? And it happens. Mga suspects, drug suspects, somebody condones them getting killed instead of going through trial. Oh. Not because he condones it means he's responsible for them getting killed. So, medyo complicated yung freedom of expression, what constitute under freedom of expression.
Tatamaan dyan yung sa anti-bastos law eh.
What constitutes as an actual inciting of a crime to be committed. Siguro we can discuss this on a separate occasion. A topic for another day, so we can move forward because this podcast has been long enough, marred by numerous technical difficulties. And nakakaubos ang pasensya yung technicalities hindi yung topic, hindi.
We're having a nice time.
The technicalities na iinis kami kasi ang ganda ng conversation, tapos biglang puputulin nung wala kakwenta-kwentang cellphone ko na binan ng Google tsaka ni Trump. Don't get me wrong, I love my phone.
Okay. We move on to a master of freedom of expression.
This is gonna be, we'll breeze through these really quick. I don't think this deserves too much
Yeah,
airtime.
right.
So, Tulfo
Versus.
versus Bautista, the new DSWD secretary,
Right.
versus Erwin Tulfo.
Dun sa mga I'm pretty sure this has gone viral. Alam ko, tinanggal na several times pero binalik ko rin. Kung di niya pa napapanood yung broadcast ni Erwin Tulfo, it was, well, panoorin yun lang, no? Pero it was really, really in bad taste.
It was Erwin Tulfo being Erwin Tulfo.
Yeah, but, that's not an excuse, man.
But this time kasi somebody
May umalag.
retaliated.
Oo.
Pero it's him being him. Siguro moving forward, he will change the way he does things.
I hope so.
Maybe not.
Yan yung katulad ng topic natin kanina, freedom of expression. Ang sabi niya, ingungudnud ko.
Well,
Him.
that is a threat. I'd call that as a threat. Say you're telling him what you would do to him to physically harm him. So I don't think that falls under. Well, you're still free to do that, pero whatever repercussion comes with it.
Sa freedom of expression kasi, hindi yan absolute. There are responsibilities that come with it, consequences.
Right.
Okay? Hindi yung masasabi mo lang lahat ng gusto mo sabihin, anytime, any day, without being responsible for what you, di ba? Being responsible for what you said. O tuloy, kita mo nangyari.
Na ano siya? Na palagan.
Oo, napalagan.
Ngayon, ito namang, now, I think it should have ended, the conversation should have ended when Erwin apologized. Or,
go ahead.
Sige.
Your point first.
So, the first apology, it seemed like he was forced to do it because he was put into a position where his back was against the wall. Right? So, what I'm saying is, si Bautista should have simply said, I accept your apology or I don't accept your apology. The mere fact that he had to put conditions and get everybody else involved, I think is where it became irritating for me. And I'm not saying what Erwin did was right. It's him being him. Again, I do not have control over his personality and the way he does things. Pero the other party, then if you don't accept the apology, then don't. Kaya mag-demand. Di ba? It should have ended there. Di ba? Oh, I don't accept your apology. I don't think I will entertain you anymore in the future. It's done deal between us. Di ba? Pero nobody wants to do that because, again, in politics, you don't know who your future friends will be. Balang araw biglang running mate sila. Hindi natin alam. It changes. There are no permanent friends or enemies in politics, just permanent interests. So that's my take on that situation. What do you think about it?
The thing is, it's the first time, and notorious naman yung mga yan sa ganyan. All the brothers. The brothers.
Ang pinaka
Notorious sila
si
dyan.
Rafi.
Okay, notorious sila dyan. Fine. I mean, just probably because na-spoil din siya ng media. Walang pumapalag eh. Kasi, truth be told, kunyari, kung tayo man na mapalaga ng gano'n, kunyari tayo, no? We'd rather just, take it or sige na kakausapin na kita. Diba? May pumalag. First time may pumalag ng gano'n. Okay? Na hindi yung katulad ni Mon tsaka nila Raymart, iba yun. Pinalagan din siya noon eh. Pinalagan din siya noon eh. And it's horrible. But the thing is ganito. Again, with freedom of expression, it comes with consequences and responsibilities. Okay? Pwede, iniisip ko kung paano natin tatakal yan all day. Karen Davila, okay? When she interviews you, okay, igigisa ka niya sa sarili mong mantika without offending you. Okay? Style niya yun. Fine. You could be a little more abrasive. Okay din. Katulad nila pag nag-interview sila Ted Filon, sila Mike Enriquez, sino Arnold Clavio, matigas din magtanong yung mga yon. Okay? Style nila yon. Parang ano yun eh. Good, moderate, bad. Okay? And then the other side is, yun nga yung Kilamon.
Right.
Okay, they may be shocked for the shock factor, blah, 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 blah. But again, the way he said it was really arrogant.
Well,
You know that.
that's
You
how
say,
they are.
okay, fine.
Again, it's them.
Okay,
with them.
is it their license? Tama ba yun?
It's their style.
Okay, again, tama ba yun?
I'm not in the position to say what is right and wrong. Pero it's unacceptable to most.
Teka mo na. Ganito yan eh. Ngayon, it's either you like their style or you don't. Ganun yun eh. Kasi you're justifying already what they did. Ay,
No, I'm not justifying what they did. Again, it was
Hindi,
wrong.
Ganun sila sa hindi nila type eh.
Oh,
Ganun sila sa hindi nila type.
totoo yun.
There's this interesting article with Aguirre, dating tao ni Dutz. Ano, first name?
DOJ.
Yeah, DOJ.
Yung nagpakulong kay Dilima.
Right.
Siya yung
Na
nag-push
tipong, you look it up online na tipong kung paano siya binanatan nila Mon at nila Erwin at kung ano yung relationship nila. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Okay? Ngayon, na ganun talaga sila. Okay? Is not an excuse.
Well, it's not an excuse. I'm just
Exactly.
saying that that's how they are.
Oh, if that's how they are, it's not an excuse. They should tone down.
Well, either that or panindigan nila.
Yeah, ganoon na nga. Ito na nga tayo ngayon. Nakakadalawang sorry na nga yung mama eh.
Ayun. So I think that's where, yung sa second sorry niya, that's where what I was saying.
Here's my point. Ang tinira niya, we would understand this as men, no? Nakalalaki ka eh. Ang tinira mo ba, military. Nakalalaki ka. So kung hindi siya papalag, isipin mo yung tipong oversensitive, kasi yung earlier comment mo oversensitive. Pag hindi nila pinalagan yun.
This is more on reputation. And not just their reputation, not just his.
Yes. Ano ang magiging itsura nila sa mga subordinates?
Right.
And future officers. Na tipong takot kayo. Ganito. See?
Plus,
So may pinanggagalingan yun.
Oo.
May pinanggagalingan. Kaya sila kumilos ng gano'n. Notice, si Bautista never said anything.
True.
Tinanggalan siya ng security ng escort.
More behind the scenes lahat ng nangyayari.
It could be, siya tipong, Mista, huwag na yan, ayoko ng ganyan publicity. Sa akin puputokin eh. And
Or maybe he made arrangements behind the scenes.
pwede rin. We don't know anymore.
We don't
But
know.
the thing is, tipong, kita mo yung nangyari. Pag nakalalaki ka, di ba, hindi maganda eh. Hindi
This is,
maganda.
I'm pretty sure most women would never understand yung salitang nakakalalaki.
Ah,
This is where sometimes petty things nag-aaway ang mga lalaki.
right.
And yes, that's true. Some of them are very petty.
Kwento ka lang, chismis ko lang sa inyo. Kwento mo yung pasamo na pinakita mo sa Facebook mo.
Yung pasako sa braso. It was all done in good fun. So, plus lasing kami.
Fun lang yan ha. Pasa-pasa kami.
So-
Ay, hindi, sila pala.
That is, talagang pasa siya. So, siguro I'll post a picture right here. Pasa siya. Dalawa kami nung kaibigan ko, yung pare ko. mas malaki yung pasa niya. Most probably, either dahil mas maputi siya or mas malakas ako sumuntok. So what happened was, we watched NBA Finals, it was a few years back. 2014, nag-champion ng Spurs ko. After game 1, nanood kami ng basketball sa bahay nila. 3 kami. And then after that, katuwaan, inom tayo sa labas. Ang aga ng basketball eh. So diretso inom hapon. Dami sa Kainta, ang pangalan is Isaw House. So, mga lasing makukulit. Pare, palitan tayo suntok sa braso.
Yun lang.
Ganun lang.
It
Palitan kami
wasn't
suntok.
a fight.
It's an alternate na
Punching fist.
suntukan kami sa braso. And the funny thing is, yung waiter and yung guard, hindi alam yung gagawin sa amin. Kasi nakatayo na kami. Talagang bumubuelo kami ng suntok.
Saka nagtatawa na kayo.
Oo, talagang full
Full
swing. And pag tama, sabi tawanan. Ang sakit. Ako naman. Okay. So there was one instance where pag suntok sa akin, na-outbalance ako. Kasi nga, nakainom. Lasing na, plus I stepped on an uneven surface. Gumulong ako palabas nung restaurant. Tumayo yung guard para
Tulungan ka.
either tulungan ako or awating kami. Pero nauna akong tumayo. And then tumawa ako, tapos tumawa rin siya, tapos lumapit kami. And then pumorma ulit for the next blow. So, what I'm saying is, sabi ng mga lalaki,
Pag lalaki ka, hindi ganun.
Hindi yung kung gaano kasakit physically eh. Meron kasing reputation kami na you've all heard the term alpha male. You've all heard the term na yun nga, yung nakakalalaki.
Pag may
You're
tinamaan ka sa ego.
stepping on my ego, and some of them are really very petty.
Yes.
Di ba na? Yung iba tawagin ka lang na bading. Di ba?
Away na yun.
Oo, away na yun. Na parang, okay, nakakabastos ka, nakakalalaki ka. And some...
Isa nga, away barkada. Away barkada, typical to. Yung hindi pantay-pantay ang chip-in.
Oo.
Anak ng way.
Ano ba yan? Lahat kami rito, 20-20, ikaw 10.
Oo.
Tapos marehas tayo naiinom, mas malakas ka pa mamulutan.
Yun, ano ba yun, di ba? Ano ba pinag-uusapan, di ba?
Compared to sa nagsuntukan kami na nagpasa siya.
Wala lang.
Pang 2 weeks yata nandun yung pasa ko. Tapos pinicturan niya, sinend namin sa isa't isa. Sabi namin, tingnan mo pare, para tayo mga tanga. Sagtawanan ulit kami.
Yeah. Walang nakakalalakit that point.
Years after that,
It's still funny.
it's still fun. We still talk about it. Pero hindi namin susutukan, masakit eh. We
Pero
learn.
pag tinamaan mo yung ego ng isa, iba
Imagine
yun.
this. Nagsusuntukan kaming gano'n.
Wala
And
lang.
then out of the blue, nakaporma siya, bigla ko sinampal. Di ba?
Iba yun.
Sampal is
I know how that feels.
less painful. It leaves almost no mark. Sometimes red lang pero nawawala rin. Pero for a man, nakakabastos yun.
Right.
Plus
Unless the away is slapping fest, ha?
we also did that. Same guys.
Ah.
Kaming dalawa rin. We did a slapping fest. Yung
Wala yun. Pero yung tipong sinampal ka to offend,
Oo.
ay iba yun.
Pero yun talaga, we started, again, lasing din kami noon. And there's this third person who was not very close to us na nagpapanik na hindi alam gagawin. Habang ang dalawa nagtatawanan. Yung salamin ko humagis. Tapos natakot siya, akala niya mag-aaway kami kasi napamura ako tungkol sa salamin ko. Dinampot yung salamin, sinabi ko, and then tuloy. So again, these are, when you do something with the intent to offend,
Malaking bagay sa atin.
that's where the line is drawn.
Right.
So, siguro ganun yung nangyari sa kanila. Na tapakan ni Erwin yung ego ni Bautista.
Right. It's not being oversensitive.
Right,
Sa
right.
tingin ko, ha, and sa totoo lang, yung mga style ng mga tool, it's really old. They should do something new. Sa akin, ha,
Well, whatever works for
luma
them.
na eh.
If they think
They've been
works-
like that since the 90s, the 80s.
if they think it works for them, then
It's
they have to, although they have to suffer the consequences that comes with it.
yun talaga eh.
Pero yun nga, ang hindi ko lang nagustuhan talaga is just Bautista should just say, no, I don't accept your apology.
Here's the thing. Remember, again, ano to eh, lalaki versus lalaki. How would it sound if Bautista goes, ayokong tanggapin ang sorry mo. Kita mo? Kita mo? Kahit napatigas yun, ayokong tanggapin ang sorry mo.
Pero,
Here's what will happen. Knowing the brothers, they would go, to naman oh. See?
they would find another point of attack.
Oh,
Pero,
di mo, para kang,
it could have been phrased
Para kang
in a
bata.
way. It could have been phrased in a way na if I was in Bautista's position, I would say, and I don't think it's something that I should forgive. Sasabihin ko lang na simple lang na, no, let's just set that aside, tapos na yan, pero let's not interact with each other anymore.
ganun din eh.
Parang,
Ganun din eh, nasaktan ko eh.
I'd rather not deal with you anymore. Anything you say.
Ganun din.
Pero that would have ended
different
it.
worded. But here's the thing.
He would have been.
Here's the thing. It's nicer. Ako okay, ganito. Minura mo ako, inasar mo ako, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Nag-sorry ka twice, hindi kita pinansin. Okay. Paano kita mapapatawad? Tinatanong ako ng media eh. Hindi naman ikaw kausap ko eh. Tama? Diba? Okay. Since makulit kayo, in the back of my head, ayoko namang patawarin itong mga lintik na to.
Kasi nga, offend ka.
Bigyan ko na lang ng mga impossible conditions.
Pwede.
Ganun lang, ganun lang yung nangyari. Okay? Kasi, Joseph naman, magkano pa naman hinihingi niya 300,000 per ganyan. Ang dami nun.
Couple million at least.
Walang kwenta yung 60 million na. Or probably that was the point. Sipin mo yan. Maybe that was the point.
Na parang, I am exposing the fact that you can afford this.
Maybe that was the point. At
Maybe.
parang a nice way of saying na tipong hindi ako makikinabang kasi puro benefits naman ang pinagbibigyan. Hindi ako. Di ba? Tapos ano pa ba yun? Meron publication in general.
It could have been parang public apology. It could have been ended na lang na parang somebody has to be the bigger man eventually.
Well, sa akin, they deserved it.
So, well, yeah, I'm not gonna say they don't, pero at the end of the day, Erwin apologizing twice makes it look like na parang okay, he's done for it. Parang he realized na may mali. Ngayon, the question is are they gonna change the way they do things?
Well, problema nila.
We don't know. We'll see.
Pero here's the thing, ha. After that thing, medyo nga naglalag. Lanang boga, lanang lespo eh. Baka may biglang
We'll see.
may biglang pumatol sa kanila eh.
Anyway, moving forward.
Okay. On that note, we go to cellphone for kids.
Political.
Ayan, non-political naman. The cellphone for kids at school.
Yeah.
Dapat ba?
Dapat bang may cellphone sa mga bata pagpasok? Ngayon, if yes, at what age, at what grade should they be having cellphones? Kasi I know some kids na grade school talaga meron eh.
Is it also okay for the school
right?
to regulate?
So I think, personally, as somebody who has a daughter who is in grade school, my daughter has a phone that she uses only at home and when we travel. And when we're out doing stuff, malls or anything. Pero she doesn't take it to school because I think it's not needed as of the moment. Pwedeng mawala, manakaw. I'm not saying na puro magnanakaw yung nakapaligid sa kanya, pero I mean, things happen. So it might not be the kasi may tukso eh.
Carelessness sa
Mawala.
bata. Carelessness sa bata.
Diba? So, I don't think it's something that she should have yet. Maybe in the future. I don't know when. I'm thinking high school. Thinking pa lang. I haven't decided yet. But I have contemplated on having her bring a cell phone with her na old school. Pantawag and pantext. No games or anything. hindi nakakaakit sa mata ng magnanakaw. Just that small touchstone dial thing. Because I had her bring that, I remember, when they went on camping. Parang sa scouting na overnight nila, out of school, na out of town. I had her bring that, and she was, responsible enough naman to answer it when somebody's calling. She texts us regularly. Kaso pangit yung signal dun sa area, so she has to go to a certain spot just to get good signal. I think that would serve the purpose of in case of emergency. Pero the school doesn't want it. Her school doesn't want it. Kids bringing gadgets. So I agree only because I think the school can provide the necessary security for my daughter. I think they can take care of her if she's inside the school grounds. Kasi they can't even pick her up kung hindi ka parent or you don't have a fetcher's ID. They issue IDs with pictures on it. So I'm pretty confident naman with the current school that my daughter has.
Okay. Alright. Ang take ko naman dyan is smartphones, definitely no in school.
Right.
Tablets, definitely no in school.
Tablets are useless if you don't have
Ano
internet.
na? Tablets, phones, may data eh.
Okay.
Diba? Definitely no in school. Okay? Schools, old school tayo, calculators, pens, books, etc. The basics. Now, yung sabi mo kanina yung phone na ganon, I believe that should be allowed.
Right.
That should be allowed.
Okay,
Kasi ganito yan. It's not about security, pare. One aspect yun eh. Kasi kung kanya natural, nasa loob ng school, security, may security guard, may mga teachers, everywhere, all the elders sa school, and they will be taken care of. And that's fine.
Right.
Expected ng school yan eh.
Now,
Saka,
if you don't trust them, then you should send her to that school.
Guarantee na school yan. Okay. Ngayon, ito kasi, it's more practical than anything. Na meron yung small phone. Tawag doon sa mga ganun, nakalimutan ko na yung mga Nokia.
Sa Samsung na luma siya.
Whatever.
Walang camera.
Right. Walang camera, etc. Why is it necessary? Because halimbawa, manunundo ka na nga. Di ba? Tapos, hindi mo alam kung saan lupalop naglalaro pa sa loob. Mag-aabang ka ngayon sa labas, gusto mo na umuwi, nasi-CR ka, whatever, gutom ka na, whatever, or susunduin mo pa yung wife mo, etc. Or worse, yung talagang may meeting ka pa, or airport na susunduin ka pa after.
Yung time constraint.
Yes, na you have to be able to call. Hindi yung tipong, guard, kilala mo si ganyan, di ba? Pakitawag. Di ba? Okay, fine. Kasi, meron din ganito yung system ng school, di ba? Yung kunyari paging system na student, blah, 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 please go to the lobby, blah, 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 blah.
May PA siya.
Oh, fine. Kung kunyari hindi na rin eh. Di ba?
Right.
So, it's more practical than anything. Provided yun nga yung mga ganun. Yun lang.
So, we
That's
pretty
it.
much has the same.
Yeah.
Same thing.
And I mean, ang ano lang natin, the school shouldn't, schools shouldn't prohibit all kinds of gadgets.
Right.
Kasi yung phone na yun is very vital.
Siguro they have not looked into it just the same way we're looking at it. Na siguro when they say gadgets, ang nasa isip lang nila is tablets and smartphones.
Yeah.
Right? Because ngayon, pag sinabi mong gadgets, that's basically what comes up to mind.
Right. And kahit naman yung mga small phones na yun, may calculator yan eh.
Right. Remember yung lumabas around 2007 ba, 2008? Yung maliit na mukhang calculator na may headphones lang. It's not you can't use it as a phone without the headphones.
Right.
Na mukhang calculator. Natuwa ko yun eh. Bibili sana hindi ako nakabili. Whatever happened to those? I want one of those.
So, yun lang. I believe they should have cell phones in schools, pero yun lang. And, di ba meron yung tinatawag mo family bundle yata yun, if I'm not mistaken.
Right,
Isang
plan.
Na tipong restricted ang pwedeng tawagan. Yeah?
Yun yung ginawa ko kasi dun sa...
So, yun na nga. So, your daughter can only call you or mommy.
Right.
Diba?
We've thought of, there's this also similar gadget siya na it's not a smartphone per se. It's still a phone, pero it has GPS.
Pwede rin. Hindi, meron din yung service ang smart na GPS.
But this one kasi...
Hindi, here's the thing. Pag sinabi GPS, may internet na eh.
Oh.
This one, excuse me, yung phone signal mo is your GPS. Okay? So, anytime, may service na ganun ng smart eh.
Pero
Anytime.
ano yun eh. Alam ko yun, yung parang where
Something like.
I remember that. Meron din si Globe niyan. Pero kasi, knowing the technical side, it's more of triangulated ka based on the nearest cell site. Eh. Ang accuracy niyan is limited compared to actual GPS, where you use GPS
Pero
address.
kasi nga, pag may GPS na, may internet na.
Mhm. Yes, and that was one of the yung features nga ng nakita kong device. It requires a SIM card that has data. And I'm okay with that. You're saying na there are family plans na gano'n.
Oh, pero still, yun nga.
Kasi if this device has no other function other than being a phone and a GPS, yung data nun hindi kakainin ng ibang gadgets eh.
Okay, well, if you have that, good.
Pero,
Yeah, di ba?
siguro, in the future.
Pero I don't think merong ganong klaseng service na tipong GPS lang tsaka phone.
No.
They would include everyone,
No.
everything.
That's exactly what I found.
Okay.
I found that.
Okay.
We were thinking of doing it pero since we feel safe naman yung anak namin sa loob ng school.
And also, ang regulation ng school dyan is kunyari, okay, kids, while in lecture, all your phones are off. Pwede yun. As long as dala mo yung phone, during your lunch break, whatever, pwede mong buksan. Pero in session, hindi pwedeng in vibro mode or silent mode, off. Para walang distractions. Ganun.
Siguro nga, one off kasi yun eh, yung incident na yun where I had her bring a phone. Tapos, ang requirement ko is, since meron siyang ID, na dun sa parang pouch, it never leaves her body. So, whenever we call her, nasagot niya.
Right.
Tapos, I just added yung packages sa phone niya na free calling ka for Globe. All Globe numbers. So, she can call us anytime.
Right. So, I guess that's resolved. Na tipong ang sa amin is, kunyari, if there are teachers and principals would probably be watching our podcast, yun lang naman ang concerns na tipong kung yung ordinary phone lang na hindi smartphone, I think it's practical more than anything.
Yeah, so we have the same take on it.
Yeah. Okay. So, we move on to yung pinakabago.
Ano na to eh.
Yung SM Cinema Food Bruha.
So unfortunately, this has been going on for quite a while. Kasi may nag-post lang sa social media which made them react,
Right.
respond. Na kasi before talaga bawal magpasok. And it's been happening for quite some time. It's a few years, I think. Kasi before, ang ginagawa ko when I watch movies, and I don't watch movies very often, bibili ako ng chips sa grocery. Then papasok ko. Kasi nga mura eh.
Yes.
Mura eh. And
Yes.
plus, you get to choose what you want.
Yes. Hindi kung ano lang yung nandun sa,
Oo. You're not limited to
na napakamahal pa.
overpriced. So I buy
It's overpriced, seriously.
yung
SM, nag-overpriced pa kayo, Mario Joseph, sa laki-laki nyo.
yung drinks in
Hindi
pet
pa kayo,
bottles.
lahat ng movie houses, hindi pa kayo nakontento sa mahal na nga yung ticket.
Plus,
Kayo lang ang makakainan doon sa area.
yung bibiling ko ng mura sa inyo pa rin bibili.
Oo. Mario Joseph. Ganun din. Mas mahal pa.
They reacted. They're saying na wag naman OA na sabaw yung kakainin mo sa loob.
May pari, may naman. Kumakain ng manggang, may bagoong. Bagoong mangga. Naman. Wag naman ganun.
Yes,
Wag naman ganun, pare. Mangga. Sa bagoong.
mangga siguro lang. Wag na magbagoong. Or chicharon na may suka.
Okay pa yun eh. okay pa yun eh. Pero kasi sukang hindi naman ganun maamoy eh.
Yung sa yung sa lapids, sa
Oo. Lagi man. Thank you.
lapids.
But anyway, meron yung, may nakita na kumain ng spaghetti sa loob, adobo.
Spaghetti, Jollibee.
Mas na, hindi masyado mga, pero still.
Pero bakit ka magkakanin naman sa loob mo? Sinehan.
Sino sa inyo nagkakaris?
Kanin tapos may sabaw.
May pat.
May patis. Bagong isda.
I mean, okay, a couple of things. Number one, snack time, please lower your prices to supermarket prices. Ngayon, kung
Add varieties.
kung specialty, burger, whatever, waffle, whatever, yung
Siguro.
yan lang, corn dog na, sige na.
Chips. The same price as the grocery.
Yes!
Diba?
Popcorn. Di ba? It's you're making it pinagkakakitain niyo yung inconvenience ng mga tao.
Oo. Wala kayong pinagkaiba dun sa magtataho sa loob ng BGC. Pag nasa labas ka, 10 piso. Pag nasa loob ka, 20.
Just because
Just
BGC.
because BGC.
Wag naman.
It's not like dumodoble yung pera mo sa bulsa the moment you step inside the premises of
Let's
it.
put it this way. I'll give it to the magtataho kasi magtataho lang. Magkano lang naman yun. Pero you're SM for crying out loud.
The same concept. I mean, just the logic of it. Diba? You put them in a situation where they don't have anywhere else to go. And then you exploit that opportunity.
Pero bawalan niyo lahat ng pagkain. Oh, anyway, so
SM retracted, they
Yeah.
gave out guidelines.
guidelines. Okay na ako dun sa wag naman yung maaamoy, wag naman yung maaamoy na pagkain.
Fine.
Fine.
Ito naman yung cheapy, bilhin tortillas.
Right.
Kaya ako, kinakain ko nun, nagaraya at saka clover.
Oo.
Ang mga paborito ko.
Papayag pa ako dun sa yung kunyari just to be tedious about it, yung nilagang mani.
As long as you keep your trash with you.
Huwag na lang kasi alam mo naman ang Noipi, no? Ay, alam mo ang Noipi.
May bag ka naman, lagay mo doon. Tapos
Yeah,
ilabas mo.
siguro, pero sa issue.
May trash can sa labas.
May ugali din ng Noipi.
Well, we need to start changing that.
Hmm.
Diba? If you have, kumain ka nung adobong mani, yung nabibili sa tabi-tabi, saka papel,
Oh.
na paper bag na maliit. After mo kainin, ibulsa mo.
Meron tayo na pag-usapan sa chat na gusto kong i-share dito. Yung pinagbawalan daw yung barbecue or may sticks. Eh di ba yung yung kanilang corn dog may stick? May stick. Okay. But I can somehow understand it kasi yung tipong merong
upuan, ano?
sinusundot yung upuan.
Pero, I mean, the justification does not make sense.
O, kasi
dahil
may
may stick, di ba?
produkto eh.
Parang, I would understand, halimbawa sa basketball game, sa PBA, bawal ang bottled glasses, yung mga bottled drinks. Pwedeng mga nasa plastic. Baka ibato mo kasi.
Meron din sa sa movie house and I've seen it happen eh. I've seen it happen. Tipong nanonood kami ng sine and these idiot kids, siguro few rows up. Ang una ko napansin yung tipong may nag-action yung pinanonood, may nag-explode na gano'n. Yung bottle caps ng mineral water, mga gano'n.
Alam mo tawag, 4D.
Ha?
4D. You're in on the action talaga.
Tapos, ganun din, just to be idiot kids to inconvenience people. Okay, paano ko nalaman sila? Kasi unang-una, patay na araw yun patay na oras. So kami lang ng kasama ko.
Konti lang kayo.
Oo, a few rows later, sila na. Hindi siya yung punong cinema.
Oo, na wala kang mapaghinalaan.
Oo. And these are, kids pa rin, pero college kids, yung mga first year, second year siguro. Kaya siguro sila nandun. Kasi kung high school naman yan, cutting classes yun. Eh bawal na mga high school sa mall eh.
Gusto na yung charge mo dyan, pwede ko bang harborin yan?
Okay, go. Alright. So ano na yung latest sa SM Cinema? Yun nga, no? Pinayagan nila.
They changed their rules somehow. And yeah, it's good. So sometimes kasi
Minsan
yung pagsusumbong
dapat
sa
lang
social
may
media.
reklamo eh. That's a positive, yeah. Minsan positive yun eh.
Kasi ako nag-post din ako nun na I'm not gonna watch anything from SM Cinemas anymore.
Mm.
Kasi
I don't plan to. Nung nakita ko yun, I don't plan.
may Ayala naman. Siguro the next time that happens, I will post it, make sure. The next time I watch a movie.
Did you try now recently?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
Siguro I will document.
Okay.
Up until to the point na papasok.
Okay, update lang tayo ni Oli on that.
Pero I doubt na manonood ako anytime soon. Sobrang,
Okay.
di sobrang dalang ko manood ng sine.
Mm.
Usually I watch Netflix or whatever's available. If there's a few na talagang gusto ko.
Right.
Kasi the last one I watched was yung Avengers. Just because my daughter wanted to. Not because I wanted to. Kaya nga hindi kasama si Mrs. Noli ako. Ako pinasama niya. Sabi niya, gastos lang yan. Hindi naman natin gusto yan.
Sabi niya.
Eh siya, hindi siya mahilig. Hindi siya mahilig sa movies. So, yeah. So ako, sinamahan naman, papanoorin ko mag-isa anak ko. Yeah.
So, anyway, on that note, we end episode 7.
Very long
Wow,
episode.
it's 2 hours tayo, mahigit, ano? So, it's the first time in 2 hours tayo. That's still good.
It's good.
Still good.
Not a problem.
We had a nice time with the topics. Thank you for watching and sana hindi kayo magsawa sa amin, di ba? My name is Patrick and
My name is Oliver.
this is Anything Under 3 Stars in the Sun brought to you by
PinoyMattersTV. Thank you very much.